the new remake of The Mummy. This is taking of a journalist disappearing in the desert and then suddenly reappearing 8 years later. So the joyful family reunion quickly turns into a true nightmare. It'd be pretty wild if you lost your kid in the desert and they just show up 8 years later.
That would be quite wild. I would agree.
Right. Yeah. I told you that movie I watched the other night, Tyler, Sarat. You guys would love this. I couldn't figure out if it's Arabic, Spanish, I'm not exaggerating, French or English, because it was in all 4 languages, and it takes place in the Moroccan desert. But this guy and his son go looking for his daughter that's been missing for 5 years, and they go to a rave because she's a big raver. Don't find her at that rave. They want to follow some other people to another rave just in case she's there. I know you guys will never see it, so I just want to give it to you.
Completely ruined this.
So they're on these dangerous, treacherous roads, driving above these cliffs, and one of the trucks gets stopped, and so the guy gets out to help them in front. He leaves the emergency brake off, so his kid rolls off the cliff, kills his kid. Next thing you know, they're setting up for the next raid. They do it in a minefield. I didn't realize this. There are 110 million active mines out there in the world. More than 10,000 people a year die accidentally from stepping on landmines.
That's very sad.
10,000 a year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot. That seems like a lot. But
there's a lot of third world countries, man. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys would not like that film.
Okay, I'll take it off my list then. I had it on for this weekend.
I think the one you were talking about, Tyler, is that in the trailer they say, why was our daughter in the sarcophagus, whatever that word is?
Sarcophagus?
Yeah, I think that's
Try
in the
that
trailer.
again, Brown?
It's like,
the
what?
The sarcophagus.
Sarcophagus.
It's a tomb.
Yeah.
You just say
I know what it is.
I know. I'm just saying, why would you say sarcophagus?
You can't say it.
Yeah.
What else you got, Tyler?
Next up, we've got a new movie called Normal. This was, if you watch the next reel, this appeared on Lance's most anticipated movies of 2026. It's described as a neo-Western thriller starring Bob Odenkirk as Ulysses, an unassuming substitute sheriff assigned to the quiet Midwestern town of Normal. Seeking a temporary escape from personal and professional turmoil, Ulysses instead finds himself drawn into a crisis when a botched bank robbery exposes a dangerous secret beneath the town's calm exterior. As tensions escalate, he is forced to confront his troubled past and the true nature of the community he has been tasked with protecting. And in addition to Bob Odenkirk, it also has Lena Headey, who was Cersei Lannister in Game of Thrones, and also has Henry Winkler, a.k.a. the Fonz.
Yeah, this is more in Odenkirk's wheelhouse. I didn't like the Nobody where he played the tough, ex-hitman.
It didn't work, did it?
Yeah, but this looks good. Now, the reviews aren't great. 78% currently is where it sits on the tomato meter, but I will probably not see it in the theater, but I will watch it at home.
We've also got another new release called Mother Mary. I know nothing about this movie other than the little blurb that says, long-buried wounds rise to the surface when iconic pop star Mother Mary reunites with her estranged best friend and former costume designer on the eve of her comeback performance. It's described as a psychological thriller, but I really don't know anything else about it. And then finally on viewing menu today, CinemaCon's been going on this week, and we got an announcement that Airbud Returns will be coming out next year. They brought the dog out, and they also announced that
not the same dog, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, really? That dog's not alive? Okay.
Well, see, that's the thing. They announced that the new movie will acknowledge that the original Buddy has already passed, and so I don't know how I feel about that. Because
dude, he died of cancer like 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, it'll just be at the beginning. It'll just say in memory of Airbud 1.
Yeah, the movie has also been described where the main kid finds a VHS copy of the original Airbud. So I don't know what kind of direction they're taking this in, but either way, if you'd like to relive some of those movies, you can go to Disney+.
Next Round shirts, Next Round hoodies, and Next Round hats are all in one place. NextRound.store. Find your favorite piece of gear from your favorite show and put it in your rotation. You never know. You might be in one of our videos showing Next Round gear being worn all over the world. Find all your favorite Next Round gear by visiting NextRound.store. Place an order for you and that big Next Round fan in your life at NextRound.store. Look your best at work, at school, at the stadium, or anywhere you go wearing Next Round gear from NextRound.store.
When you crave activity like we do, you belong in the Roback family. Get the best golf wear, hoodies, and activewear for men and women at Roback.com. Use promo code TNR20 to get 20% off your order. That's Roback.com, promo code TNR20.
I'm attorney Alexander Shinar, Alabama born, Alabama raised, and ready to fight for your rights. I have one of the largest firms in Alabama, and we are here to help you get the compensation you deserve. Call me, Alabama, 323-1000.
Your representation is made that quality legal services to be performed is greater than those of other lawyers.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
All right, live show today on a Friday. Man, we're excited about having Mike Repole on the show in the next segment. He's the guy that's sort of behind the UFL. He'll be in hour one, segment number 2 coming up. And we'll talk to him just about the vision of the UFL moving forward and all the excitement around the Birmingham franchise as they get ready to open up their home opener coming tomorrow. We had AJ on earlier this week, and a little excitement around the old franchise there. Great history of spring football here. We'll talk to him. And our buddy Todd Ferman starts hour 2 off, 10 Central, if you're watching or listening to us live today, as we get ready to have a little fun on a massive spring football weekend in college football. I always ask this question, and before we get into our SEC coaches rankings that we put together for Brooks and our socials and some of the other stuff we have out there, Auburn is included in the spring drills, UAB of local interest there in the spring drills. But I always ask you guys, when we have these big Saturdays, do you think the national champion is playing their spring football game today? I've been doing this since we've been together since 2010.
Right. Give me the list.
This may be the easiest yes of all time.
You give us the list, and we'll say if there's even a chance.
Yeah. The list of teams playing their spring game tomorrow include Ohio State, Texas, Texas A&M, Georgia, Miami, Oklahoma, and some of the other teams I mentioned as well. Texas Tech goes tonight, so you can throw them in there as well.
Yeah, I think I might take a member of tomorrow's spring games against the field.
Can I just pause real quick?
Who did I leave out? I mean,
Alabama,
Alabama,
you left out Oregon,
Alabama and Oregon,
Indiana.
Indiana is next Thursday night.
Can I just rewind real quick? So the guy that was publicly bitching about Friday night football games in season, their team is playing their spring game on a Friday night?
He is, yeah.
Does that not mean?
Yeah.
I know we're in
the
spring.
billionaire for Texas Tech, yes.
Yeah, I know we're in spring, so it's a little different, but still, I mean, if you're going to publicly gripe about a Friday night regular season game, doing your spring game on a Friday night seems weird to me.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, before our next guest joins us, when I say the billionaire from Texas, I don't say billionaire in a derogatory way.
No.
It's a complimentary way.
No, I'm a fan of this guy. I like this Cody Campbell guy.
Yeah.
Well,
I like this guy, too.
I think Mike Repole is going to be our first ever billionaire we've had on.
I was wondering
First
that.
ever?
Yeah.
Other than Clay?
Far from a billionaire. I think he would tell you that.
In his own heart and mind, yes.
The billion's next level. I think this will be our first official guest.
I don't know that we've had a billionaire on the show. So
no comedian.
Oh, no
comedian. We've had an
I love
actor
Charles.
or two. No.
Charles has never made a billionaire.
Nick Saban's been on the show a lot, and rumor has it it's very close.
He could be a billionaire one day.
One day.
He's never been on the show as a billionaire.
He'll be dead and gone when he's a billionaire.
Who do you think is the closest we've ever had on?
Probably right now Barkley, but I don't know how much.
Saban's pretty close.
Yeah, I mean Barkley, Saban. They're both probably. net worth $100 million.
Oh, Saban's is
I think
more than
Saban's is higher than that with the dealerships. Yeah.
Just look at net worth for Saban right now. This is reported.
I'm not talking about valuation. I'm talking about what he is actually worth.
Yeah.
$100 million is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
Nick Saban net worth is.
I bet it's going to say $65 million.
But I ain't going to say anything right now. What the crap? Let's go. Nick Saban net worth is 70 to 80 million. Bigger than that.
So it's probably $100 million.
Yeah.
But he's not even close.
No, he's not.
Not true.
I just saw something that said our guy Alexander Shinor's estimated net worth is nearing $900 million.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
We
if,
have had him on the show.
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate. I don't think Shinar would tell you that's accurate, but he's got to be in this discussion. I think Alexander's pretty close.
I think Shinara, now that you bring him up. Now, I didn't think about it because I know we did a last call with Shannara in the green room, but I don't think we've ever had him on the show.
On the actual show as an interview, yeah. That's true. Lance could be right
but
about
even
that.
for technicality, I would say, Shannara's probably – I would go Shannara, Barkley right now, Saban soon to pass Barkley. Those would be our top three.
Yeah. We never had President Trump on.
No, it was
he's a billionaire,
it was
right?
very close. It was very close in the radio days. He almost came on the first time he ran for president, and then I think they looked at poll numbers in Alabama and like, this is a waste of his time. So
I'm thinking random guest. Like, we've had some random ass guests on before.
Yeah.
Guys like Adam Richmond, and I know he's nowhere close, but I'm just saying, like, a guy you wouldn't necessarily think of.
We never had Michael Jordan on.
Jordan has never been on the show, no.
I mean, your only athletes are Jordan, Tiger, and LeBron.
We've never had any of those three on.
Yeah. Nope.
Charles brings up the Tiger King. I don't think Tiger King's worth $1 billion.
No.
I've had. Well, you know what? I had Magic Johnson. I did a one-on-one.
Yeah, back in the radio days.
Oh, he is.
Magic's got to be close.
Oh, he is. He's part owner of the Dodgers.
Yeah. I mean, they make $1 billion a year in parking lot.
They spend like billionaires.
I mean, that's going to be close.
Yeah.
And I had Vince Vaughn on, but he ain't close to a billionaire. He's probably $100 million.
1.2 to 1.5 for Magic.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's probably the one.
But the collective group of us.
I believe this will be our first.
That was back in like 2007, 2008.
Yeah. Do we curtsy, kneel, or anything as he comes on the show? You just treat him like normal people?
Well, let's see. I mean, I've never really had a lot of conversations with billionaires.
Yeah. I say we put our best foot forward just in case he's interested in the multimedia industry.
I bet he's the most down-to-earth guy in the world. We'll get a chance to.
Well, I'll tell you, man, this can be the new Birmingham Stallions. You know, I mean, they can do a lot of branding here.
Hey, would this be the biggest discrepancy of all time where I came from, mud puddle, to a billionaire?
I don't know.
This the biggest. This is the American dream.
No,
right
his
here.
backstory. So he's born in New York. His mom was a seamstress. His dad was a waiter.
Yeah,
and this guy
built
built
American dream.
This guy sold 2 companies to Coca-Cola for a total of almost $10 billion. That is the American dream.
It is the American dream.
The very definition of the American dream. Your mom is a seamstress, your dad is a waiter, and you build 2 multi-billion-dollar organizations.
That's incredible.
I mean,
Because, it's one thing to be a self-made millionaire, and there are a ton of those out there, but a billionaire? And he's a multi-billionaire.
So we'll talk to Mike Repole coming up on the next segment. Opening weekend for the Stallions. You can get your tickets there. We'll tell you about how you get your tickets a little bit later in the show, but usual suspects, just go to the website and buy those tickets, or you can buy them at the gate. If you're just downtown in the mood and say, hey, let's go watch a little football. Happening this weekend, AJ's debut as the head coach at home, the Stallions at Protective Stadium. You mentioned Coca-Cola. Before we do our spotlight in college football today, Brownie, tell us about how we can get excited about the World Cup and Coca-Cola.
That's right. Speaking of down by Protective Stadium, speaking of the Uptown area, that's where you're going to be able to see the official World Cup trophy. I will have to say, guys, I don't know about you. I've never seen the official World Cup trophy. Have you guys ever seen it or touched it?
No, I've never seen it in person. I've watched it on television as they do the old celebration.
That's right. Well, the FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour by Coca-Cola is Thursday, May 7th at Uptown, 2 to 6 in Birmingham. Free photo with the iconic FIFA World Cup original trophy. Once-in-a-lifetime moment for fans of all ages. The FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour by Coca-Cola, because fan work is thirsty work.
The College Football Spotlight
is presented by our guy, Alexander Shannara. I'm told nearly a billionaire.
Hey, by the way, the World Cup, real quick, can you touch the World Cup trophy? I know you can't touch Stanley Cup trophy unless you've won it.
Free photo with the iconic. I'm going to say no touching.
I personally would not touch it because I'm not touching it until I win it.
Yeah, well,
so you'll die not touching
I don't want to
it.
jinx it.
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it.
Alexander Shannara, trialist. So Dunaway's going to die without touching it, is what he just told you. Shannara.com. You don't pay a dime unless they win your case. Speaking of billions, he's recovered billions for his clients. $2 billion, more than $2 billion recovered for his clients, based right here in Birmingham, Alabama, his hometown. He is a Birmingham guy. Alexander Shannara. When you're in need of an attorney for any reason, Shannara.com, Shannara.com.
I'm also not going to a Super Bowl until I'm playing in one either.
Are you going to play Augusta National before you're invited to the Masters?
I would do that, yes.
Okay. All right. That's where you draw the line.
I would do that. All right. So earlier this week, Brooks challenged us to do our rankings of the current SEC coaches. And with no guidelines, you do it however you want to do it. History, where you think they sit right now, all of that. And we've compiled the list. I think we'll do it like we did a couple other things. We'll see our individuals, and then we'll see an overall ranking. Or anyway, we'll take
overall one. I'll put out on social later.
He'll put it out on social when he tabulates the votes. So this is interesting, how we rank our coaches. And Tyler has the graphics. So, Tyler, if you'll throw it up here. All of our rankings are there. All of us have Kirby Smart number 1. And all of us put Kalen DeBoer number 2.
Well, I kind of thought that was easy. I don't know about both of you.
Very easy.
Kirby's an easy number 1, and people will snark at DeBoer at number 2. I get it, because there's this narrative that he's underachieved at Alabama, and perhaps he has. But if you just look at career accomplishment, you tell me who you put in front of him.
Yep. So it's Kirby and DeBoer, and we don't even debate there. Let's do Kirby first, and then we'll bounce around on our list a little bit here. Kirby, back-to-back national champions. Since then, he's won 2 SEC championships. But as they get ready for their spring game tomorrow, the Georgia fans who are used to eating at 5-star Michelin restaurants are a little, I won't say disgruntled right now, but they're yearning. They want to be back to winning playoff games and playing for national championships. It's a new era, and right now it's not translating to a lot of big wins for Kirby in the postseason.
You know, it was one of the more underachieving programs as far as winning championships before Kirby got there, but he's a victim of his own success. I mean, we talk about his 2 down years. The last 2 years have been down years. He's won 12-plus games and multiple SEC championships. That is down years for Kirby Smart.
But even he, again, it should be noted, he owned a Chris Lowe and Chris's visit as he's toured the SEC that they have not delivered in the college football playoff era, and you can't deny that. They have not delivered in the expanded college football playoff era. Let me put it that way, which is still very young. It has not benefited them. And I don't think we've got enough data to say it's a problem for Kirby yet. But at some point, he's got to start winning playoff games again. I know I laugh as I say it because how can you criticize Kirby Smart? But Lance, I mean,
well, there's only 2 teams.
They don't have a whole lot of playoff wins right now.
I know, but there's only 2 teams that have won national championships in our new expanded playoff era. They had a better regular season than Ohio State in either of the last 2 years when Ohio State won a national championship. And then the only other one is an undefeated Indiana team. So it's not like a lot of teams are out there winning national championships in our newly expanded 12-team playoff. There's only been 2 of them.
Yeah.
I know, but Kirby's 0-2 in those playoffs. And to Jim's point, Georgia fans, they've got caviar taste.
Yeah. So, and then there's Kalen DeBoer. We know the storyline around Kalen DeBoer. You're battling, replacing the legend in Nick Saban, who would have been on top of this list if he came back today.
But if I could make a point real quick, a national championship game appearance, 2 college football playoff appearances. Go through the rest of that list and tell me anybody that's got either one of those on their resume.
Hey, you're not preaching to me because I put him there, and I thought I'm going to get a lot of Jimmy Bama here from the rest of the guys. But I knew Lance would have him high. And I guess I'm a little surprised, Brownie, that you had him at 2, but you're making the point there, I think.
I mean, who else? You can't have anybody at 2.
I can't put Sark there.
I mean, nobody really has done anything else on that list that even comes close.
Kiffin's been to 1 playoff. Can't put him there.
Yeah. For those that are on audio only, number 3 on the list is all in the state of Texas. 2 of us have Steve Sarkisian. That's Brownie and me. Lance goes Mike Elko. And then he goes Sark 4th. Lane Kiffin 5. I have Kiffin 4, Elko 5, and Brownie has Kiffin 4, Elko 5.
I think it's interesting. We all agree on the top 5 coaches.
Yeah.
We order them differently, but we all agree on them.
Now, you and I, it's like we were sitting next to each other in 7th grade.
I know. I was copying off your paper till we get past 6.
I liked the way you copied off mine. I was going to say I was copying off yours.
Yeah, I've just seen Texas and LSU do special things before his programs. I've never seen it from A&M, and the impact, Elko had them in the mix year 1 into November, had them in the college football playoff with 11 wins last year. His degree of difficulty with other jobs, when you look at the Duke job. I mean, I've got no problem with the way you guys have got it set up, but I just thought Elko just a little bit above the other guys just because of what they've had before with jobs like USC.
This is a good time for me to make this point on Steve Sarkisian, who I have – and Brown has 3rd ahead of Lane Kiffin. LT has him 4th ahead of Lane Kiffin. Tyler, can you punch us back up so I can make this point on camera here?
This ought to be a good one.
Sark, 48-20 in his time at Texas. 5-7, 8-5, 12-2, 13-3, 10-3. So he had to start building it, got it going pretty good. But he's 48-20.
It should have built it a lot quicker.
48-20. He's won 0.705% of his games at Texas. Last 3 years he's been in the SEC. Brian Kelly, who lost his job midseason last year. Brian Kelly, 34-14, won 0.703% of his games. Virtually the same winning percentage. Brian Kelly at LSU, Steve Sarkisian at Texas.
At two programs that should be elite in the SEC.
Yeah.
So it's not like one was at a lesser program. Both of them are at two programs that should be elite if run properly.
But
so what are you saying?
Both Brian Kelly and Steve Sarkisian right now, same winning percentage. One is 64, trying to nurse with blood treatments and peptides, nurse a torn labrum from getting hit in week 3 last year and not playing as much golf as he did when he coached, according to the fans who don't like him. The other is Steve Sarkisian, who has he met expectations? Has he exceeded expectations, or has he underachieved so far at Texas?
Now
again,
he's either underachieved or he's just kind of right there.
Once he got to the SEC, he's 13-3, 10-3.
Yeah, I mean, look, those are good, solid years. It's not as good as it's about what DeBoer's done. I mean, Texas did win a playoff game.
They did. They've been in advanced.
Alabama's
as
won a playoff game.
Yeah,
Yep.
they've been in advanced. I mean, it's.
Meanwhile, a lot of, DeBoer catches a lot of heat. Sark has caught none so far.
I guess he has you and Chip are pretty tight. Is he call heat out there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder when it'll start in Austin.
They're ready.
I mean, I think
they're ready to win.
Yeah, I mean,
last year
was a major disappointment.
Yeah, it had to be.
They were confused with you've got the offensive genius and Steve Sarkisian, you've got a guy and Arch Manning that was your Heisman favorite before the season. You were the national champion pick from a lot of different people, and you didn't even get to a college football playoff game. And he didn't start playing good football until middle of October.
By the way, Sark also benefited from Arch Manning in the way the Mannings do things. Sark has said this week that Arch Manning helped us out a lot. We got him for free out of high school, is what Sark said. Got him for free out of high school. He could have held us over the coals for $6-7 million, and we got him for free out of high school.
Well, I mean, that is a very unique situation. He comes from a family. We were just talking about billionaires. There's billions in that family.
Yeah.
Spread out among
there is
several different people, but they're still there.
Yeah. The rest of the list, after we tell you about a couple of our great sponsors. One of them is our friends at Kalshi. All the fun of the NBA play-in games tonight, doubleheader, and a lot more this weekend. Promo code TNR.
Yeah, very important. First thing you need to do is download the app, Kalshi. You will get into that rabbit hole of some incredible stuff that you can have positions on. It's legally available in all 50 states, but when you download Kalshi, put in code TNR. When you trade $10, you're going to get $10 back. Very, very simple process, Brown.
And you can play the NBA, as Jim said. In fact, right now, if you just want to play, get a position on who will be the NBA champion, Oklahoma City at 48%, San Antonio at 17%, the Boston Celtics at 14%. You can also switch to sports fan mode and play just the normal odds that you are used to seeing. They're on the Kalshi app as well, so it's either Kalshi.com or the Kalshi app. We recommend you download the app because it's so good, so much fun. Code TNR gets you $10 on your first $10 position with our friends at Kalshi. And when you're ready to see America, go see it in an RV from Johnston RV Center. I-65, exit 304 in Coleman, 334 in Decatur, and always online at johnstonrvcenter.com. That is where you go to find out where all their inventory is right now. But you're going to find that they got a great inventory of fifth wheels. Their fifth wheels right now are tremendous, and they are very popular. So that's one reason they've loaded up on the fifth wheels. And in the month of April, special financing from several banks. So if you're in the market for a fifth wheel, it's a good time to strike right now. But they've got close to 300 RVs and pre-owned RVs for sale right now beyond just fifth wheels. And like everything on the lot, anything new and qualifying pre-owned is covered by a lifetime warranty from RV Warranty Forever. That's our friends at Johnston RV Center, I-65, exit 304 in Coleman, 334 in Decatur, and always online, johnstonrvcenter.com.
I'll give you guys a chance to explain the rest of your list. I'll do mine quickly here. Clark Lee, 6 for me. That's where it started getting tough afterwards. But the top 6, I was very comfortable putting Clark Lee 6 with the job he's done. After that, it was really, really close. I went Eli Drinkwitz 7, Josh Heupel 8th, Brent Venables 9, John Sumrall hasn't coached an SEC game yet 10th, Alex Golesh hasn't coached an SEC game yet 11th, Pete Golding 12th, Shane Beamer 13th, Jeff Levy 14th, Will Stein new to the job 15th, and Ryan Silverfield 16th for me. But I was very comfortable with Clark Lee at 6, as you were too, Brownie.
Yeah, I mean, how can you argue? Clark Lee has won at Vanderbilt to a level nobody has ever won, and he's not doing it against the trash of the conference. He beat number 1 Alabama. He's had some quality wins. I don't know, when you look at Clark Lee and what he's done at Vanderbilt, it is really hard to argue not having him very high. I mean, Lance had him lower than you and I did. We'll go ahead and let Lance talk about his, because there's one thing that jumps out at me at the very, very bottom I wanted to bring up.
Here's the
Walk
thing.
through your list.
Yeah, I mean, look, Clark Lee, I had him at 8th. I mean, again, our top 5, we've all got the same. Then I had Heupel at 6. Heupel's starting to lose a little bit of steam.
I agree.
And I would bring up the fact that the quarterback position has not been great the last couple of years, but you know what? That's on Heupel. And it doesn't look like it's going to be any better this year. We'll see what he's able to do this year. I thought it was really the momentum was going in the right direction. But I still like Heupel as a coach. Venables, with the pressure on, he still finds a way with a shitty offense to pull it out of his ass and still win double-digit games and host a home playoff game. So I had Venables at 7, Clark Lee at 8, Drinkwitz, which I like a lot, but I just wonder if he's going to be 8-4 every year, which isn't bad at Missouri. But does it put him in the top 10 in the SEC? I'm not so sure. Pete Golding, we just haven't seen enough. I don't know why I've got Pete Golding at 10. You guys have got him at 11 and 13.
Well, it was
11 and 12.
He was hard to rank. Like, people are asking in the chat room, how do you have Pete Golding where he is if playoff wins are that important to you guys? Well, all he's ever coached is a playoff game. That's right. And he's only coached 3 games. What am I supposed to do with Pete Golding? I don't know.
Not with his team, his program.
Yeah, he didn't build a program
staff,
that got it there. He didn't coach a team that got it there. He took over a team that was – he took over about as good a team as you're going to take over.
Yeah, and basically he played the role of defensive coordinator, and I'll give the pregame speech.
That's right.
But I thought about, Sumrall being 8, 9, or 10.
Me too.
The simple fact that he is going, this is his first big job, but he did get Tulane to a college football playoff. Golesh is another one of those. We'll see what he's able to do with the big-time program. He's saying all the right things. He seems like he's got control of the program right now. But, look at South Florida. That's one of the better, mid-major jobs, and they were just okay his first couple of years. They had moments, but back-to-back 7 and 6s before the 9 wins this year. Beamer, Beamer, Levy, those guys are interchangeable to me.
They're kind of hard.
And then Will Stein and Ryan Silverfield. I just don't know.
That's where I wanted to talk about. You guys with Ryan Silverfield at the bottom. Now, I had him 15th. But Will Stein's never been a head coach ever. He's never been a head coach one single game, and y'all ranked him in front of a guy that has been a head coach.
I think Lance agrees with me that Silverfield was at a program that had resources, that has traditionally won, and he was very mid there. He was very
I don't disagree, but the other guy has never been a head coach for a single game.
I've just been a big fan of that offense the last few years, and it doesn't make any sense, but I can do them either way.
Hey, I considered it. Like, initially, I think I actually put Silverfield last, and then I said to myself, wait a minute.
Well, I think what
Will Stein's never coached a game.
Is we've just established Arkansas the worst program, and so there's like a connotation with anything that is involved with Arkansas is just not good.
And that's a shame. A great history back in the 60s and 70s that has fallen off recently. All right, Brownie, your thoughts on your list, and then we will put a wrap on a little coaching conversation here in the opening segment.
Yeah, Venables, there were 2 guys, Venables. I understand the way you described it, Lance, is like he hasn't had a whole lot of offensive support yet. They've still won there. But he's the head coach that hasn't had a lot of offensive support. So some of that has to fall on his shoulders, too. I think they've been a little underwhelming in his time there, so he was a tough one. I struggled with Pete Golding again because the guy's only coached 3 games. He's only coached 3 games. I don't know what to do. He looked the part, but I'm going to need to see a lot more out of him. The new guys, I kind of struggle with those too. Like, we're big fans of John Sumrall. He made the playoffs at Tulane. I got to put him in front of Alex Golesh. They were in the same conference. One made the playoffs and one didn't. So that was kind of my decision point there. And then I agree with you guys. Silverfield had underachieved. So he was going to be the last of my new coaches that's actually coached a game. And then I went Will Stein. So to me, the hardest ones, Clark Lee, Brent Venables, Pete Golding, those are the hardest ones for me to kind of find their place.
Yeah. You'll see the combined votes. No shocker here. It'll be Kirby Smart and Kalen DeBoer 1-2 on our social platform a little bit later on when Brooks sends that out at some point this weekend at Next Round Live. Like, subscribe, follow on all of our platforms from YouTube to TikTok and everything in between. We appreciate you guys being on the show with us today.
Do you guys agree, though, if you got, just pick your national writer or, anybody that follows college football, they would have, obviously, Kirby at 1, but I would say 90+% would have Kalen DeBoer at 2.
I'll see if I can find people's list for later in the show, and we'll circle back to it.
DeBoer or Sark, that's going to be some might sneak Kiffin in there.
Yeah, Sark gets a lot of love, especially from the national football media. We give a lot of love to our friends at Hoover Toyota, and you can find out why by going to check out some of the new. I've seen some new sneak peeks. I don't know if the 27s are anywhere near the lot yet. But if you think the 26 Toyotas were great, wait till you see the 2027s. But you can still get out there and get great deals on the 25s, new, and the 26s.
Yeah, new and used. They are serving Birmingham, Alabaster, Vestavia for over 20 years. With they've been perfecting the art of customer service with the philosophy to give information to their customers. They offer the red carpet program. They give you ways to let your friends and family experience an amazing shopping experience with their referral program. Stop in, see Scott, Harold, Kim. Make sure you tell them the Next Round sent you. Located right there on Highway 150. Their inventory offers a fantastic selection. Their on-site finance department provides affordable financing options. View that inventory and great pricing today. Go to hoovertoyota.com.
Take the Next Round anywhere you go with official Next Round gear. Buy yours today at nextround.store.
I'm attorney Alexander Shinar, Alabama born, Alabama raised, and ready to fight for your rights. I have one of the largest firms in Alabama, and we are here to help you get the compensation you deserve. Call me, Alabama, 323-1000.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services being performed is greater than those of other lawyers.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemphill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemphill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemphill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemphill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090. Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on the Next Round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at the Next Round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
Birmingham, it's official. The FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour by Coca-Cola is coming to town. On Thursday, May 7th, head to Uptown from 2 to 6 for your chance to get a free photo with the iconic FIFA World Cup original trophy. It's a once-in-a-lifetime moment for fans of all ages. Again, Thursday, May 7th at Uptown from 2 to 6. Your chance to get the free photo with the iconic FIFA World Cup original trophy. The FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour by Coca-Cola, because fan work is thirsty work.
When you think of Birmingham, it's hardworking people that go out each and every day to provide for their families, and that's how we want our team and our play on the field. Join us April 18th as we take on the Orlando Storm. United we ride.
Ain't no party like a Dega party. The noise, the chaos, the will to survive. The biggest, boldest, brashest, fastest, and most intimidating track in all of NASCAR. Only one place calls that home. At Talladega, anything can happen. And at this super speedway, everything usually does. Hell yeah, boys! NASCAR weekend at Talladega Super Speedway, April 24th through the 26th. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
6 days from the NFL draft, we'll talk about some of the wildest conversations. The 10 days leading up to the NFL draft, fun for me because the NFL teams leak a little bit of crazy scenarios out there that never happen. But I love to look at the crazy scenarios just in case, just a dream. We'll talk about that coming up later in the show, but it's a big pro football weekend right here in Birmingham.
Yeah, the Stallions make their home opener. We want you to pack protective downtown Birmingham. Saturday, 3 o'clock kick for the Stallions as A.J. McCarron brings his team in for the home opener. A.J. was on the show with us earlier this week. UFLStallions.com for tickets, UFLStallions.com if you want to go down to Protective and see the Stallions home opener. Mike Repole is one of the owners of the UFL, and he joins us now on the Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys Hotline. Mike, welcome in. Good to have you on the show. Hope you're doing well today.
I'm doing great, guys. Had a great game last night with Louisville and Houston, and I'm looking forward to tonight's game. But I think the game of the week is the 3-0 Orlando Storm versus Birmingham making their home opener, and excited about I'll be if Birmingham welcomes me to the city, I plan on going tomorrow, as I told the fans I would, and I'm excited about going down there.
Let me just stop you right there. Birmingham's going to welcome you. Come on, man. We're a southern city. We welcome all visitors.
I know, but I've been poking fun at them a little bit, and they're starting to get my sense of humor and my sarcasm. And, you know, honestly, when I decided to do this with the league, it was two things. It was the passion of the Birmingham fans that really got me excited, and the attendance at St. Louis. I mean, I was like, if these two markets can have these passionate fans and this attendance, somebody's doing something wrong, and I'm just trying to figure it out. And guys, I'm excited to tell you, we sold 15,000 seats already for Birmingham, which I think might be the biggest Birmingham crowd ever. So I'm excited, man. I challenge the fans, I challenge the city, I challenge the mayor, and you guys came through on. I'm now a Birmingham fan. It's all, you know, just so you, I mean, I got jerseys, I got hats. I'm wearing. I sit here with my Birmingham Stallion helmet. I am rooting for Birmingham tomorrow. I don't know if a league owner is supposed to tell you who or he or she is rooting for, but I am a Birmingham fan tomorrow. And honestly, I shouldn't say this, but I like A.J. McCarron a lot more than I like Anthony Beck. So it's a no-brainer for me.
Wow. And Anthony Beck's a Northeasterner like you. Wow.
You know what? That might be the reason why we don't get along. But Anthony's done a great job at St. Louis and then a great job here, and he's 3-0. And, you know, all the coaches spend a lot of time together. We do coaches call, and Anthony seems a little confident. AJ, honestly, I'm so impressed with AJ and what he's doing. He's only 35 years old. His career, with 3 national titles, what he did in the NFL. He's such a great person. He's going to be coaching somewhere in your state one day, probably in 10 years. Somewhere in maybe Alabama, man. He's going to be a great coach. But really excited about getting into the market, and I had fun with the fans, and some might like me, some may hate me, but I've been enjoying my interaction with them.
Well, Mike, can I just go ahead and get you on the record? If AJ is the coach at Alabama, can we put you down for a little NIL money? Is that a possibility?
Well, since St. John's doesn't have a football team, there's a very good chance. I support my friends. I support my friends and family. And AJ, listen, in 10 years when he's on the sideline of University of Alabama, make sure everyone says I was one of the first ones to say that. He's got a great future.
Okay, we love full transparency. So how often does Rick Pitino text you and say, "Hey, I got a guy"?
well, how long has the portal been open? It's been since then. So Rick's been amazing. What we've been able to accomplish the last 3 years, especially the last 2, is special. But he's 73, 74, and he's got the energy of a 24-year-old, and he just signed a 4-year extension. So for both of us being super competitors, it's Final Four or bust one of these years. I mean, that's the focus in winning a national title. So we've been close. We beat UConn 2 out of 3 times. We played Duke to the last 3 seconds, and it's been fun. And, we actually played Alabama and Auburn. Auburn beat us in a close game. Alabama beat us at the Garden. So you guys have some great basketball in that state also.
Yeah. We'll get back to the Stallions in just a second, but I know Rick Pitino loves the horses. You love the horses. Do you guys talk more basketball, or do you talk more horse racing?
You know what? It's funny. I think when I talk to him, I want to talk about basketball. But when he talks to me, he needs an outlet to get his mind off of something, and he wants to talk to me more about horses. So, I'm blessed again this year. I have the favorite in the Derby with a horse named Renegade. Not after the Dallas Renegades, but it just coincidentally became that. And I also have a favorite in the Oaks, which is Zany. So having those 2 horses, and then Thursday night we got a game in St. Louis at Louisville, which has been drawing like 14,000 fans a day, which is great. We're going to do that Thursday night Derby week and really just get people to know about this league. I mean, you guys have done a great job. With Skip Holtz, 3 out of 4 championships here. The ratings are decent, but just this Sunday, guys, Birmingham versus St. Louis against the Masters head-to-head, 1 million viewers.
Yes.
People want to see football. People want to watch football, and, I'm excited. I mean, Birmingham, we're also going to bring out Skip Holtz. I'm not sure if it's been announced, but he's going to come out, be like an honorary captain, do the coin flip. We're going to celebrate not only him, but also the legacy of his incredible dad, Lou Holtz, and it's a special day, and 15,000 fans. They're telling me it's the biggest crowd since 2022. And hey, the Birmingham fans stepped up, and I'm excited, man. Excited about being there in that market tomorrow.
You are a self-made guy, so it's hard to doubt you. But I got to ask, because we've been doing this a long time, and we have seen so many spring and summer football leagues not work. Why will the UFL work?
Because if it doesn't work, I'm going to go bankrupt trying. There's to me, football, pro football, and college football have separated themselves from every sport. When I built brands like Vitamin Water, Body Armor, and now Noble, it takes 10 years. I mean, everyone's going to tell you the WNBA is on fire. It's been around for 25 years. Everyone's going to tell you MLS and USL, they're so big. They've been doing this for 20 years. I think I got the right partners, ESPN, Fox, Redbird Capital, Danny Garcia, The Rock, and now myself, that we have a long-term strategy. And I think what you're going to see now with the right venues and the right markets, I mean, the only criticism I've always had with Birmingham is that venue of Protective, and I'll be there tomorrow. Like, we're going to have 15 to 17,000 fans, but, the stadium fits 47,000. And, maybe I can talk to the Mayor Woodfin, and maybe we can build a new stadium for 15 to 20,000, the right size stadium. I'll put up $1,000. I'll get it started for you guys. But I really believe if Birmingham can have a venue that's 15 or 20,000, whether it's soccer, whether it's UAB, whether it's Birmingham Stallions, I think it'd be incredible for the state.
You apparently don't know the history of our stadium, how long it took to get that.
It took a while to get this one, but to your point, you watched the game in Louisville, a stadium built for soccer. It fits perfectly with the attendance. DC United, every time I turn that game on, DC United's atmosphere is fantastic in my opinion.
I mean, it's a game changer, guys. Like, the first thing I said when I came in is you can't put the United Football League in a stadium that fits 60 to 100,000. If you put a baseball game in 100,000 or an NHL game or an NBA game, you'd have 15,000 fans and it would look foolish. It wound up not having the right energy, the right vibe, the right atmosphere, the right energy, the right culture, everything. All of a sudden, I've been at Lynn Family Stadium. There's 14,000 fans, and you would think there's you're at an Auburn or Alabama game, and there's 100,000 fans because the fans are right on top of you. The stadium is built. It's very intimate and it's loud. And Historic Crew has had the same. And I really believe part of the Birmingham attendance issue is it shows better on TV because the stadium is so massive. And we took some sections out. We're putting the fans all in one section. We have 2,000 tickets left, and I'm selling them for $10, by the way, which I think is going to be sold out. But hey, if Birmingham fans tell me I got to open up another section or two sections, we got Gucci Mane at halftime. I'll pretend I know who he is, but he won a Grammy, and he's from Alabama, and I think you guys are big fans of Gucci Mane. And listen, it's football, it's entertainment, it's sports, it's community, it's families, and hey, you guys complained about Sunday at 11. Even me, my wife, and my daughter, we go to church every Sunday, right? So other than joking with you guys about the full schedule being on Sunday at 11, which I had a big kick out of on Twitter recently, on X recently, but I listen to the fans, and 3 o'clock Saturday, midday, and it's going to be a great day, and I'm excited, if welcomed, to show up to the city of Birmingham on tomorrow.
Just because you brought up Gucci Mane, I'm going to go rapper here because you brought up vitamin water too. Is it true 50 Cent made more on his points on vitamin water than he ever made in the music industry?
I will say that he made more money than he ever believed or thought, but the number that's out there is not the exact number. But I'll tell you, especially in 2007, for everyone to think that he made that money was better for 50 Cent than if he made more and everybody thought it was less. It really built but he made over $100 million, and I don't think that's too bad for someone who I don't know how much he makes in the music industry, but it was something that he did. And then with Body Armor, my partner was Kobe Bryant, and obviously we had sad circumstances there, but Kobe gave me $6 million at Body Armor, and together we sold the company for $8 billion, and Kobe and his family made $440 million with a $6 million investment. So
that's insane. Mike Repole is with us. Mike is one of the owners of the UFL, and as he mentioned, Vitamin Water and Body Armor is in his background there. Both sold to Coca-Cola, one of our fine partners here on the show, by the way, Mike. Yep. Like we were talking about it earlier, if Wikipedia is right, and we believe everything we read on Wikipedia, your mother was a seamstress, your father was a waiter. You are the embodiment of the American dream, in our opinion. Do you feel that way about yourself?
I being 57 now and thinking about it, but when I grew up in apartment 6C in Woodside, and I shared a room with my brother for 28 years, and my grandmother slept in a pull-out couch, and my dad was a waiter at the Lexington Marriott in the city, and my mom was a seamstress. I didn't know better. I mean, this was just my life. I mean, my parents gave me a great education from St. Margaret's, Holy Cross, St. John's, but I think it's I hear the term self-made, and I think it's the dumbest term in the world. I'm self-made with others. There are so many people that have influenced me, helped me. And, I believe success is best when shared. And, one of the things, I told my partners at the United Football League is, listen, this hasn't worked in 5 or 6 years. It's close. I've seen some things. Give me the keys. If this team isn't 16 teams in 2035, it's a personal failure. This league is going to work. I'm obsessed by it. I stay up all night thinking about it, on top of Noble Sport Drink and trying to win the Derby and the Oaks, by the way. But that's how I'm built. And so far, the ratings have been great. Some of the venues have been good. We have arena football outdoors, and there's nothing better than a football game. And the closer you watch it and you hear the plays, I'm very thankful to the soccer stadiums that have been built over the last 10 or 15 years. It's a game changer for us.
Are the TV partners working with you? Because I love the broadcast, especially the Stallions games. You watch Tyler Siskey call plays, and he and AJ have great personalities, and they're a dynamic duo together. Are ESPN and Fox, do they work with you on, hey, we can make it better doing this, doing that?
I addressed ESPN and all their producers, broadcasters one day, and I did the next day for Fox. And I told them I want them to be as innovative and as creative as they want, and push the envelope. And what most people want in an NFL game but can't get, we're going to do. All access, transparency with the coaches, the play calling, whether it's Dean Blandino making the call so you can listen to what he sees and what he says. Mike Pereira, same thing, listening to AJ. We got to, get out some of his cursing, by the way, but I curse more than him, so it's okay. And you know what? I think it's great. I think the fans love it. It's all access. I mean, who wouldn't love that? We're going to put them in the locker room. We're going to put them on say. We're actually thinking about doing a documentary that we're filming right now that might start week 6. Like, this is for the fans. Like, we're building a lead for the fans. Affordable, fun. I mean, some of the rule changes I made were, who wants to see a punt to the 1-yard line? I don't. 60-yard field goals, 4 points. Like, we want this to be fan friendly and really make this league fun and affordable. I mean, where else can you get $10? We have 3,000 tickets left at $10. Where else can Birmingham? You bring a family of 4 for $40. This is. Oh, by the way, and there's a Gucci Mane concert at halftime too.
Yeah.
Oh, and Skip Holtz. Like, come on, man. This is what I wanted to do. To me, it's about team, it's about family, and it's about the fans. And we want to unite. United Football League. That's who we are.
At 57, you've got a ton of energy. And normally when people have a ton of energy, they get really good sleep. You have what they call unusually short sleep cycle. Explain that to me, because I can't sleep good at all. I'm willing to try anything. How does this work, and how does it benefit you?
I wake up at 6 a.m. and I'm broke every day. I wake up bankrupt. By the end of the day, I have a few billion at midnight. I celebrate between 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. I go to bed for 4 hours and I wake up bankrupt again. So that's the feeling. It's just a passion. I wake up like this every morning. I mean, listen, if you love what you do, man, it's not work. It's just life. And I always talk to people, if you're in a bad job for 5 years, make changes. If you're bad relationship, make changes. I mean, listen, some Stallion fans love what we're doing. That's great. Some don't like what we're doing. Nothing I can do, right? You can't make everybody happy. But at the end of the day, if you're listening and you really believe in what you're doing, I tell my daughter every day, just be you, man. And that's it. So, and Birmingham fans, I mean, I poked at them and they went back at me and I loved it. I loved it. They made, I found humor in their humor. And it's good. I think it was a love-hate relationship, but I hope they understand that I'm just having fun, and a lot of their feedback I used. But you know what? They're still not happy, but who is in the world, right?
Yeah. Do you have a hobby? I mean, do you play golf or something? You got to get away from that at some point, right?
I got great news. I'm a member of a golf club, and I live on a golf course. And I've played twice in a scramble in the last 6 years, 2 times. Wow. And guys, the good news is that last year it rained after hole 1. I was so excited not to be able to play. Golf is not a hobby.
I don't think a lot of billionaires play golf.
Well, they're missing it. That's their problem. You got to play more golf.
And I will bring this up because we did talk about it before you came on. You are our first billionaire, and this is a nice flex in front of the wine cellar or wine cabinet, whatever this is. What's the best bottle you got in there?
$2 Chuck from Trader Joe's. No, but, I love big Bordeaux's, big Super Tuscans, Macedo, Bryan family, big Cabs. So probably just big Cabernets. You won't see too many white in that cooler.
Yeah, right there with you.
Just big Cabs, and really just even with wine, it's just more about celebration of life. I mean, when I go out with the coaches, AJ and the other 7 coaches, and Russ Brandon, and really the rest of the league, we go out, we work 14-hour days, and we talk about what's working, what's not working, and what do we need to do better. And it's been a lot of fun. And I like the progression of what we've done the first 3 weeks and the first 9 months here, but I'm happy in a lot of things I do, but I'm far from content. And we're going to make this a really, really big league. And the passion of the fans has been amazing in Birmingham, but now other cities also. A lot of fun.
Well, just because the 3 of us have been together for 17 years and you are our first billionaire, I'll ask you one more billionaire question. We all love Succession. I have heard that is as close to a billionaire's life as you can get with Logan Roy. Are there some accurate stuff when it comes to the show Succession?
I don't watch TV either. Other than live sports, I don't have a TV show. I watched movies in the 90s. I never watched The Godfather. I've never watched, my ADHD, guys, just kicks in. Like, for me, it's about noble sports. It's about the Birmingham Stallions. It's about the United Football League. Like, that's where I put my love and passion to. So, and my family. I mean, I have a wife for 26 years. I got a daughter, Joya, who's 10 years old, and she plays volleyball. And, I'm a little upset with her. They've lost 24 out of 25 games. So it's been rough. The umpire has almost thrown me out of 2 games. They don't know who I am yet, thank God. And I told my daughter, Joya, that if she didn't win last week, which she did, by the way, she'd have to change her name from Repole to my wife's maiden name. And she's only 10 years old. So she gets to keep the last name. So
you're poking more fun at your daughter than you were the Stallion fans. I love that. I love that.
Hey, I'm always going to be Mike from Queens. I got one personality. I had this when I was 15 and I was broke. I had this when I'm, 55. It doesn't change. I mean, money doesn't change people, guys. It really just magnifies who you are. You're a good person with money, you become a better person. If you're an asshole with money, you just become a bigger asshole, to be honest with you. So the Birmingham Stallion fans are probably seeing a little bit of both, to be honest with you.
Well, let me just say this. We're very easy to win over. When people come on the show and they're into the interview and they give us a good interview, we end up loving them. So you've done that. We appreciate that. But I would say we are all Alabamians by birth. We have all lived here our entire life. By and large, we've made our career here. We could have gone to other places. We didn't do it. We love this city. We love this state. And I will genuinely say, and I'm not trying to speak for Jim or Lance, but I'll genuinely say, I think you've sold me on the fact that this is not some fly-by-night that is going to embarrass Birmingham yet again with some crap league that has folded. I think you're in this for the long run, and you want to see it work here. And I appreciate that as a guy that lives here and my family lives here, makes my living here. I appreciate that.
I mean, most valuable commodity is time.
That's
we already
right.
hear that you don't play golf, you don't watch movies, and you've taken 30 minutes with us basically to talk about this product. So I agree with Ryan.
Yeah. I'll get 3
my daughter
stars
has a
across the board.
volleyball. My daughter has a volleyball tournament at 8:00 tomorrow, and it should end about 3:00 in the afternoon. At noon, I'm leaving, jumping on a plane to go to Birmingham. I'm choosing now. She has lost 24 out of 25, but I'm choosing AJ McCarron, the city of Birmingham, and the Stallions, and I'm going to be there. And listen, I've been to Birmingham before. John Sherman from United Beverages and United Coke. I've been to Perry's Steakhouse and got the pork chop. And listen, Birmingham is a blue collar, hardworking city. I love that, man. My dad was a waiter. My mom was a seamstress. I mean, it's who I relate to. It's who I am. And I've heard nothing but great things. But I just listen. I want people to show up. I want people to have a great time. We're gonna have drink specials. We have the Orlando Storm, who's 3-0 coming in. You got the Defenders coming in next week. We got the ticket prices. I want this for the city of Birmingham more than I want it for the United Football League, and definitely more than I want it for Mike Repole. So we're going to turn this into a winner, and we're going to make this a destination 5 times a year and playoffs, for you guys just to say, hey, 15, 20,000, let's just go out there and have some fun, because that's what life should be about.
Fantastic. Mike, thank you so much for the time. We greatly appreciate it. We hope we can do it again.
All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully one of you guys all 3 of you are at the game.
All right.
All right.
See you down there.
Thank you, Mike.
Yep.
Take care. Have a
Take
great
care, guys.
Yeah,
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye. Safe
travels. That is Mike Repole, the owner of the UFL. I I'm an easy sell, but he sold me. I mean, I feel like he's in this to win it.
I mean, look, he doesn't need the money.
No.
Apparently, he's got passion for it. He talks about 20. He projects 10 years in advance talking about this league.
Big takeaway after I give you two sponsors here. One of them is our wonderful friends at the Regions Tradition. We get out and do a little golf here pretty soon with the fine folks at Regions.
Yeah, Mike would not like that. He does not like playing golf. RegionsTradition.com, RegionsTradition.com to go see the legends of the golf world as they come to Birmingham. And obviously, do not forget that fantastic Pro-Am that will be on Wednesday with some of the great celebrities from throughout the world of sports and music and entertainment. That's what you get at the Regions Tradition. Get tickets now, RegionsTradition.com. RegionsTradition.com. It's the Regions Tradition presented by Coca-Cola. Coming to Greystone April 29th through May 3rd, RegionsTradition.com.
And our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama, 70 years of compassionate care for our Alabama friends here. And guys, as you age from your 20s to 30s to 40s to 50s, things you got to keep an eye on, including your prostate health. During the moments I'm telling you about Urology Centers of Alabama, some man in the United States will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. Early detection can save your life. For 70 years, they've been taking care of you. Go start visiting our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama and stay on top of your health. 205-930-0920. UrologyCentersAlabama.com. Prostate health, the kidney stones, and everything in between. They'll take care of you. UrologyCentersAlabama.com. I know you're going to flex and say, look, he doesn't play golf. He doesn't waste that 4 hours a day. But he also clapped back at you and like he doesn't watch a TV show and I didn't hear him talking movies.
Yeah.
So I don't think he spends 4 hours doing that a day either.
I was just saying that you don't see, outside of Trump, you don't see any billionaires that play golf.
I think what we are realizing is that what is separating us from where we are right now to being billionaires is the 4 hours we waste a day either on the golf course or entertainment in front of a screen.
That's right. Yeah, I'm not giving up golf to be a millionaire.
I don't.
Not going to do it.
I'm being facetious.
I know,
obviously.
but how does Lance not clap back? You've never seen The Godfather? I get that.
I can't. I don't know if I believe that. He said he watched a bunch of movies
said
in the 90s.
Never seen The Godfather. Yeah. I love how
it's very interesting being a guy that is from Queens. He's never seen The Godfather.
I love how that was what he pointed out because he's like, listen, I know I sound like somebody that would be on The Godfather. Never seen it. Some people were saying he sounded like a guy that'd be on The Goodfellas.
Yeah,
a little bit. How about 50 Cent making $100 million?
Yeah,
Kobe making $440.
Yeah, that Kobe investment, I knew. We all knew about that. I've read about that. $6 million into $440. Unfortunately, you didn't live to see it materialize, and that is incredibly sad. But boy, great for his family.
I remember Kobe Bryant was the first time I'd ever heard of body armor.
Yeah. Oh, it was an amazing partnership.
Yeah. Really, the first time I heard of vitamin water was, I think it was David Wright and 50 Cent. Because
I agree, David Wright. Yeah. And I mean, Body Armor is an incredible story.
Stein Rossini reported that, by the way.
Yeah. They launched that brand to take on Gatorade. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
And Coca-Cola saw value in it. It was like, yeah, we'll take on that fight. And I mean, you got to credit for forward thinking and jumping in a market that seemed like somebody had it cornered already.
And for Kobe, when every big athlete was Gatorade at the time, for him to say, I'll do this right here and put my own money into it, worked out really well.
It'd be nice to have $6 million where you don't really worry about
it.
That's
right. Yeah.
Really interesting guy there. And I'm like you, Brown. I always support every one of these leagues that come to town, like them. This one feels different because this guy's bought in.
Yeah, I went to the first AAF game, the Iron game, and I remember we were on radio at the time. I was the one that went. I remember coming back saying, guys, I think this one's got a shot to work. I mean, that felt like a legit football game. Failed. All these have failed, and it's really an embarrassment to Birmingham because we buy into all of them, and we look like a second-rate city because every league that we have here fails. And I do think that's part of the attendance. I think people have been burned too often. But people like Mike saying, I am in this for the long haul. I don't give up. I will go broke doing this. If he's genuine about that, and I believe he is, he seems like a guy that doesn't BS a whole lot. That'll sell this.
There are certain.
They did have horrible dates last year. I do remember that, thinking, wow, they're playing tonight, and it was like thunderstorms in the area, or they're playing today at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean,
there was just some bad times.
Well, Saturday at 3.
It sounds like he's working on it, and that's before the rain comes in. And Beautiful weather out there, so let's go out there and get 15, 17,000.
But you're right. I mean, like, you know, a piece of real estate that has been 7 different businesses and it never makes it. When something new opens, you're like,
yep, it's cursed.
It'll be 12 months if they're lucky.
That's right.
I mean, when you hear a spring or summer league in football, you normally think the same thing just because of the track record.
Yeah, but if you flipped on and watched the game at DC United the other day, or Louisville or St. Louis, those games feel different. I haven't seen one in Columbus yet. Those games feel different. So it's up to Birmingham now to create a little bit of an atmosphere down at Protective. Well, good luck to AJ and Tyler Siskey, who we've had on the show multiple times, and we appreciate those guys being with us. When we come back, Todd Ferman joins the show. That's being brought to you by our friends at Talladega Super Speedway. We were there yesterday with the fine folks at Talladega getting ready for the Jack Links 500. They're coming to town, of course, April the 26th for the Sunday Jack Links 500 with all the big names in NASCAR racing in town for that weekend. You can be a part of it. TalladagaSuperspeedway.com. TalladagaSuperspeedway.com. And don't forget the garage experience, the immersive garage experience. You can be in your favorite Cup driver's garage bay, watch them work on the cars, plus pre-race ceremonies in Victory Lane. It's all right there. TalladagaSuperspeedway.com.
Twitter and Instagram at Ryan Brown Live.
I'm attorney Alexander Shinar, Alabama born, Alabama raised, and ready to fight for your rights. I have one of the largest firms in Alabama, and we are here to help you get the compensation you deserve. Call me, Alabama, 323-1000.
Your representation is made that the quality of legal services being performed is greater than those of other lawyers.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Remember the name Way to Wellness if you're battling weight loss in your life. I'm Jim Dunaway from The Next Round. There was a time I was over 216 pounds until Way to Wellness helped me lose 45 pounds, and now for over 2 years, they've helped me keep that weight off. Here's their website, aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. That's a great name for a website because there's no cookie-cutter plan. Everything is designed specifically for you. No contract, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation is free at Way to Wellness.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemphill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemphill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemphill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemphill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090. Hey, Lance Taylor from The Next Round to tell you about one of our favorite places for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is Hamburger Heaven since 1982. Hamburger Heaven has been serving Birmingham's best hamburgers, cheeseburgers, French fries, hand-spun milkshakes, and sandwiches made fresh to order. All of their ingredients are fresh and prepared daily. This includes their beef, always fresh, never frozen, hand-pattied each and every day. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, visit any of the 4 locations, Highway 280, Irondale, Gardendale, and Homewood.
Birmingham, get ready to pregame with the Birmingham Legion FC at the Coca-Cola Soccer Block Party May 7th from 2 to 6 at Protective Stadium. Bring the whole family for music, giveaways, and tons of family football fun for free from 2 to 6 May 7th at Protective Stadium. After the party, the Birmingham Legion FC takes on Miami FC with kickoff at 7 o'clock. Tickets for the match are available at bhmlegion.com. Come kick it at Protective May 7th with the Birmingham Legion FC and enjoy ice-cold Coca-Cola because fan work is thirsty work.
When you think of Birmingham, it's hardworking people that go out each and every day to provide for their families, and that's how we want our team in our play on the field. Join us April 18th as we take on the Orlando Storm. United we ride.
Ain't no party like a Dega party. The noise, the chaos, the will to survive. The biggest, boldest, brashest, fastest, and most intimidating track in all of NASCAR. Only one place calls that home. At Talladega, anything can happen. And at this super speedway, everything usually does.
Hell yeah, boys!
NASCAR weekend at Talladega Superspeedway, April 24th through the 26th. Get your tickets now at TalladagaSuperspeedway.com.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
As we go to Ferman, I will tell you that our Culver's recruiting update, Brownie, from Alabama basketball, they picked up a pretty big recruit yesterday in Cole Clore, four-star forward, IMG, early enrollee at NC State, never really got on the court, chooses Alabama over Florida, North Carolina, and UConn. 6'7" dude, and everyone's really excited about this incoming freshman from NC State. So a big pickup there for them. That's a Culver's portal update.
Culver's, welcome to Delicious. You can go celebrate any big recruiting win or game win or loss. Just forget about it right there at Culver's with that great butter burger, those crispy crinkle-cut fries, the gooey golden cheese curds, and finish the meal the right way with that fresh frozen custard. Right there with our friends at Culver's. When in Birmingham, Stadium Trace, Highway 150 next to the Hoover Met, or Tattersall Park in the Greystone area, Highway 280 corridor. The two great Birmingham locations with our friends at Culver's. Welcome to the Delicious. Also welcome to Todd Ferman. CBS Sports, he joins us now on the Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys Hotline. Welcome in. Ferman, how are you today, my friend?
Doing well, gentlemen, but awfully hungry after that promo read. Since there is no Culver's in Las Vegas, I have to drive about 2 hours to Bullhead City or St. George in Utah to find the closest location.
Your Culver's, that's your childhood, right? You grew up around the Culver's.
Definitely were some in the Chicago area, and if you couldn't find one in the suburbs, you had to head up to Wisconsin, and there was nothing better than a little bit of frozen custard on a Saturday. It beats Dairy Queen and some of the other options that were there, like Tasty Freeze.
Where is the best Chicago hot dog?
Out here in Vegas or in general?
No, just, in Chicago.
So, Wiener Circle is always one of the most popular ones down in the city, but there's also a hot dog joint in the northern suburbs called Michael's that does things the right way. They kind of expanded their menu over the years, and that was always one of my favorites. But the real key to a Chicago-style dog, if they're not serving it as a Vienna beef hot dog, then you're not getting the real thing. That is the veteran move on a variety of fronts, whether you're in Chicago or elsewhere. Tough to get out here, though, I will tell you that much. Not a great Chicago-style hot dog stand. The closest for us would be like a Portillo's, very similar to Culver's with the kind of menu that they put together.
Okay, tell me how you dress your dog in Chicago. How do you like yours?
The only way to try and do it, if you want a Chicago-style dog, you need a little bit of onion on there. You get some yellow mustard. You get that neon green that looks like it's nuclear relish that you have to put on top. A couple of sport peppers for a little bit of spice, and celery salt to top it all off. Absolutely no ketchup on a Chicago-style hot dog.
What about tomato? Do you throw tomato on yours?
I'm not a huge tomato guy, so it puts me in the minority there, but I know tomato is the other condiment that is typically associated with a Chicago-style dog for sure.
Well, just because you're hungry, then let's keep this going. We all three differ on our Chicago-style pizza. I'm a Lou Malnati's guy. Where are you on it?
He's Lou Malnati's. I'm Geno's East. Dunaway is Pequod's?
Pequod's. Yeah.
All right.
Look, you guys, you can't go wrong with any of those three. So, I mean, this is basically having a 1A, 1B, and 1C. But I'm actually going to take LT's side on this, that I am a Lou Malnati's guy through and through. We actually had another deep dish style pizzeria that kind of went out of business that I was more fond of as a kid growing up called Eduardo's, but it never really took off. So if I have to pick now from some of the existing brands that are there, it's always going to be Lou Malnati's first and foremost.
All right. There's all the food. Todd Ferman is with us. We did win totals yesterday, and I want to start there, college football win totals. Dunaway had those from, was it DraftKings or FanDuel? FanDuel. There were two at 11.5, Texas Tech and Notre Dame. If Todd Ferman, and I thought Miami could make an argument to be there because of their schedule, but if you had to fade one of those two at 11.5, would you fade Notre Dame or would you fade Texas Tech?
So this is going to be a little bit more contrarian because I do make Texas Tech a double-digit favorite in all of their games compared to Notre Dame, which won't be that heavy a favorite unless things really change between the early November date against Miami. But I think Tech has the luxury of being able to lose a game on their schedule, where Notre Dame, they're saying all the right things given what didn't happen for them a season ago. And when you operate with the mantra, leave no doubt, I think going 12-0 gives Notre Dame a straight path to get into the college football playoff. Whereas for Tech, it wouldn't shock me at all if they stubbed their toe against somebody in the Big 12. I know their win total is extremely fair reflection, sitting at 11.5, heavily juiced to the under. But my true number there would have been 11 and juiced it over because I can see Tech finishing at 11-1. So I think they're more likely to get saddled with a loss than the Fighting Irish next year.
Texas, very interesting. Their total's 9.5. And the reason I say this, and when we went through some of these yesterday, Ferman, like if some of these team totals go under, it's going to be a disaster. If Texas goes under 9.5 and they're 9-3 again, and they don't get to a college football playoff in back-to-back years with Arch and Sark, that's going to be a massive disappointment. Where are you on Texas, though, at 9.5?
I think we're going to know a lot about Texas early on in the season, given the non-conference date against Ohio State. And if you lose that one, it's going to put the Longhorns in a very difficult spot. It's a game where I anticipate Texas going to be right around a field goal favorite at home. Not quite sure how it'll get bet. You dig into their schedule and see that they have one true road date at Tennessee before November, if I'm looking at things correctly. So everything lines up for this team to get to that 10-win threshold. The challenge for all of these SEC teams is going to be a war of attrition. How do they handle just having that one bye week? When do the potential aches, pains, nicks, and bruises end up rearing their ugly head? So I'm a little bit more bullish on Texas than I was last year. Still have major questions about the offensive line. Know they overpaid for some guys in the portal, but I love the additions they made at the skill position talents, and I like what I saw from Arch when he was clearly healthy down the stretch. So I would lean over 9.5 for Texas, not running to the window to try and bet it, but I think Texas at 10-2, a much more likely outcome than them finishing 9-3 if they're able to win that home date in Austin on September 12th against the Buckeyes.
Other than with the addition of 9 SEC games, seeing no SEC team with a win total of double digits, the highest being at 9.5. The other big surprise on our show yesterday was Ohio State, also at 9.5. It seems like this is the best opportunity to buy an overvalue for Ohio State in a long time. There's no way they're under 9.5, right?
I mean, this is arguably the toughest schedule that Ohio State has had in close to a decade. When you look at the opponents, where they're going to play them, how the schedule sets up. I mean, road dates, as we mentioned, the non-conference date for Texas, going on the road to Austin, going to Iowa City in early October. You have back-to-back dates in Bloomington against Indiana and SC. Of course, there's a bye week separating that. And then your home games against Oregon and Michigan. I mean, there are 5 to 6 games for this Ohio State team that I would define as losable by typical Buckeye standards, where we're so accustomed to them being 3 touchdown favorites and then some. You're not going to get rich looking to try and bet this team to go under that win total at 9.5. But that is more a byproduct of the teams that they're going to face. And if Ohio State has any bumps in the road, they're going to struggle a little bit more. But their resume that they could potentially compile, if you look at these teams, you know, even at 10-2, they are a formality to make the playoff. And at 9-3, they would present a very fascinating case depending on where those wins and losses came from.
I hate to go back 2 questions, but I was just a little taken aback when you said you make Texas Tech a double-digit favorite in every game they play. And then as you were answering Lance and Jim's question, I pulled up the schedule. They may not play a ranked team all year. I mean, I'm looking at the schedule for them, and there's not a guarantee there's a team in the top 25 when they play them.
Oh, there's not a landmine on that schedule at all. I mean, just kind of run it through quickly for those folks listening. I mean, non-conference-wise, Abilene Christian win. In Corvallis against Oregon State. Steven Jackson isn't walking through that door any more than Derek Anderson or Ocho Cinco are anytime soon. And Sam Houston at home. And the conference games, the teams that potentially could be good, Houston, maybe Arizona State, that's going to be transfer heavy. Arizona takes a step back. I mean, there's nothing but win after win after win. And normally you try and identify, okay, is there a tricky game on the road in conference? I guess if I have to pick here, it would be Oklahoma State if all the North Texas transfers hit. And Drew Mestemaker looks to be the part stepping up in class. But this is about as easy a schedule as you're going to find in college football. And there's a reason that Tech is an odds-on favorite to win the conference. I mean, they could lose one league game and still have an inside track. So that's one of the better bets out there. I know it's not widely available, but Tech minus $1.15 or so looks more like a G5 team with an inside track to get to the conference championship game than what we've grown accustomed to in some of these de facto power leagues.
Okay, Ferman, just because it's in your backyard, I'll ask this. WrestleMania in Vegas this weekend. I know it's scripted. Is there any kind of position you can take on WrestleMania, and what is the buzz like, if there is any out there for it?
So I am not a WrestleMania guy. I haven't attended an event since I was a young kid in the Chicago suburbs. But I will say it does capture the town, and knowing how many events that the WWE puts on around it, WrestleMania, of course, being the seminal event, but you have, a SmackDown at T-Mobile tonight, Monday Night Raw on Monday night as well. So it gets WWE fans in, and the one thing that I'll give them credit for is they don't make it just a one-off event, that if folks can't afford to go to WrestleMania, some of the others, there's enough going on in Las Vegas for people to really take advantage of. So I have to tip my hat to the whole organization, because they do things the right way, where it's oftentimes pretty easy to get lost in the shuffle of some of the marquee events that are out here in the desert.
Okay, before you go, I don't know if you've got any stats about this, but I know that the Buccaneers, did we win it the year we changed our uniforms back to our classic uniform? Uniform change yesterday for the Rams and Ravens. We'll show them later in the show. But is there a trend and angle out there that Rams and or Ravens or both could make it to the Super Bowl with a new look?
Look, guys, I don't have a degree in graphic design by any stretch of the imagination. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the Rams changed.
I got it. I got it,
logo from a little bit of yellow and white to yellow. I figure there's a nice consulting firm that charged the organization 7 figures to take away gradient or something ridiculous and all of that. So I'm not even going to dignify the Rams with a response. We'll have plenty of time to poke holes.
Real quick, Ferman, we had these
stupid
ombre numbers on the blue jerseys. They were like multicolored. It was awful. Those are gone. So it's just these solid numbers now. And then we, unfortunately, I know most people didn't like them, we gave up our neutral bone uniforms.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the jersey that I actually liked more than any other that they had before. But I had to watch that hype video. I kid you not, like 8, 9, 10 times. I'm seeing NFL insiders going, this is a great uniform change. And what the hell is different? It felt like the Spider-Man meme where everybody's pointing at each other. At least with the Ravens, I saw a distinct change. I like some of what they've done with the purples, the old school black. So the Ravens get an A for what we're going to see from some of their uniform combinations. I still have no idea what the Rams are actually doing.
All right, he is Todd Ferman, at Todd Ferman on social media. CBS Sports is where you consume his content, at Todd Ferman on social media. Ferman, thank you very much for the time. Enjoy the weekend.
Always a pleasure, guys. And, hey, one final thing, LT, I know you can't wait to take the contrarian angle tonight, laying the points with Phoenix while everyone thinks the Golden State Dynasty is back.
Is that
already got it.
Hard no.
Already locked in.
Good luck, guys. Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you, Ferman. You too. That is Todd Ferman with us on the Alexander Shinora Trial Attorneys Hotline.
I got one side in the 2 play-in games tonight. It is Phoenix minus the 3.5 against Golden State.
Okay.
Hey, by the way,
I feel really good about it.
Our friends at Walk-Ons have another recruiting portal update from college basketball. We gave you an Alabama one going to a break. Actually coming into this segment. Walk-Ons will give you an Auburn one now. You can watch all the great stuff leading into the NFL draft, all the fun NBA playoff action. Now the Stanley Cup playoffs are starting at our friends at Walk-Ons. 3 great locations. The one closest to our studio, Highway 280 Tattersall Park. Also over at Stadium Trace in Hoover, near the Hoover Met. And out in Trussville, that great community there, our friends at Walk-Ons, the great Varsity Burgers, the unbelievable bone-in or boneless wings with all their great sources dishes and sauces there. And then the Sports Bistro with the Cajun flair, all the dishes there at Walk-Ons. The unbelievable beer taps. It's game on at Walk-Ons. What do you have, Brownie?
We got a 7-1 Auburn commitment. 7-1. Is that tall, boys?
Wow.
Tall.
They get the big kid from St. Mary's?
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara?
Yeah, Santa Clara.
I should read the script.
From Santa Clara, he's going to transfer in. This is a portal guy. Santa Clara 7-1 transfer center. I'm working.
Just take a shot, yeah.
Buki Aboye, which this is exactly why Dunaway set. Brown, why don't you tell us about this guy?
Yeah.
Buki Aboye, this is what's crazy. He was 6'4" and a guard 6 years ago, according to Justin Hokanson. Hoke reporting this for On 3. 6'4" and a guard 6 years ago. He's 7'1" center now. That's a heck of a growth spurt in 6 years.
It sounds like Anthony Davis, what happened to him? You know, going from, I think, a 6'1" freshman to basically 7 feet by his senior year.
So two now, if you're keeping up with this, 7-footers on Stephen Pearl's roster next year. So rim protection is a big key. Hoke points out that this guy had 7 blocks against Nevada last year. So this is a guy that can protect the rim. 7 blocks in one game against Nevada.
This is the trend right now. I mean, everybody wants bigs based on what we saw in this NCAA tournament. They really do.
It's crazy how the games seem to change so much. Alabama seems to have a lot of people 6'7" to 6'9" on this team, taking me back to memories of the Robert Ory, Latrell, Sprewell, Wimp teams on this Alabama team they're developing. And now Auburn with some veterans back on the perimeter with Overton and Tahad. And now you get
2 7-footers.
Another big guy coming in down. So a nice mixture for Stephen Pearl as this class continues to come together down at Auburn. All right, that's a little portal news. Let's do our 4 downs today. Before we get to that, Michelson Laser Vision. LT, tell us about Michelson.
Yeah, make the phone call that I made way back in 2003. I wore the contacts for about a decade. I was wasting money each and every year on those. Finally made the call, went in, got screened out, was a potential candidate, got the procedure done, only took 12 minutes for both eyes. I now have 20/15 vision, better than 20/20. Make the phone call that I made. Ask for Amy Toh. The next round sent you 205-969-8100 or MichelsonLaserVision.com.
And 4 downs every day presented by our friends at Central Alabama Asphalt and Construction. When you're riding the beautiful roads of our great state, you'll see those federal projects, the state government projects, municipal roadway projects. Really good chance you're seeing crews from Central Alabama Asphalt and Construction do those projects. And that might tell you, well, they've got all the money they can count right there doing those big government projects. They don't need my smaller project. That is where you could not be more wrong. They've got an entire division dedicated, solely focused on those private projects like driveways, maybe a parking pad at your house, a church parking lot, a convenience store parking lot, a community center parking lot. All the same crews, same quality, no excuse standards right there at Central Alabama Asphalt and Construction. You want an estimate on your job? 205-349-0910, 205-349-0910, or centralalabamaasphalt.com.
First down.
Boomer Esiason, 65 years old today. Finally, a senior citizen. If I asked you, though, ultimately better career, Boomer or Lane Kiffin?
Do I count Boomer's media career, which is pretty good? I'll go Boomer then. I mean, Boomer is a CBS studio analyst and has been for quite a while. Hosts the morning show on America's #1 sports station.
Let's take that out. Let's take that away.
So if I'm just doing playing career versus coaching career, I think I'd go Boomer.
I'd go Boomer. I got to go to a couple of their playoff games when he was the quarterback of the Bengals when I was working in Lexington. And what he did with the Jets.
But quarterbacked in a Super Bowl.
He did. He won an MVP. I think a lot of people forget that.
I do forget
Boomer
that.
Esiason was the 1988 MVP the year he took Cincinnati, and really a game they should have won. It was an incredible late Joe Montana drive in that Super Bowl.
Yeah. So I'm going Boomer.
Yeah.
I was going to look up just real quick.
I mean, the numbers aren't going to blow you away.
No. I was going to look up his numbers in that Auburn, Maryland game. You ever talk to anybody that was at that game?
I was on the board running the Auburn network.
Are you serious?
When that game was.
Because that was a crazy game, wasn't it?
What year was that? Was that 84?
83, 84, somewhere around there.
I was going to see if I could find.
If I had to guess, I'd say 83.
Yeah. Well, he was class of 84, so it had to have been no later than 83.
Bobby Ross's Maryland team, right?
Yeah, and that was a back and forth game. That was a tough out for a really good Auburn team in 83. That's one of the
Pat Dye overscheduled early in the 80s.
Yeah, I was going to see if I could find a box score real quick, but I'm not going to be able to find it because I'd like to see what Boomer's numbers were in that game. Because I've talked to Auburn fans about that game, and they didn't know who the guy was, and they were like, I remember sitting at this game thinking, this Maryland quarterback's incredible. What is going on here?
They were number 7 in the country. It was 1983. Final score was 35-23 at Jordan-Hare Stadium, sold out. Number 3 Auburn beating number 7 Maryland in that contest. And the only loss that year, this was Auburn's schedule, opened number 4, beat Southern Miss, lost to number 3 Texas at home, 20-7 on CBS. Then went on the road and beat Tennessee, beat Florida State at home, beat Kentucky on the road, beat Georgia Tech on the road, beat Mississippi State at home, beat number 5 Florida at home, beat number 7 Maryland at home.
It's a crazy schedule.
Went on the road and beat number 4 Georgia, beat number 19 Alabama at home, and then beat number 8 Michigan in the Sugar Bowl, and got jumped by Miami.
Well, I mean, that year, real quick, Brown, probably more wins for Pat Dye against ranked teams than you had the combination of Brian Harsin and
I don't think
and Hugh Freeze.
Yeah, I don't think there's any probably to it. Yeah, that's what's
one
crazy.
season
That one
as compared to what, 6?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But I
5-1 in rating games that year was Pat Dye in 83, and that doesn't count on the road at Tennessee or home to Florida State.
It's why I obviously have no problem if Auburn claims that now as a national champion. They should. That team right there, that is one of the craziest schedules you'll ever play.
Was the best team in the country that year, in my opinion. If not Nebraska, who got jumped because they went for 2.
They went for 2 against Miami and lost the Orange Bowl.
Second down.
Victoria Beckham, 52 years old today. Jennifer Garner, 54. Better career, Posh Spice or Jennifer Garner?
Jennifer Garner still cashing those checks. Posh does not need them because she's married to Beckham and she's got her own off. Obviously, there's plenty of money in that family.
Yeah, but if you just separated the two, like Jennifer Garner, her work, and then Spice Girls, I know it sounds ridiculous, but the Spice Girls were massive.
Oh, gosh, yes.
For a good, I don't know how many years,
especially overseas.
Oh, yeah.
I think I might go
Jennifer Garner for me.
Would you?
Yep.
I mean, she has beat your rule that when you're a female at 35, Hollywood retires you.
But she's really not getting roles. She's got Capital One.
That's a good role.
I like Jennifer Garner.
Hey, that's a good role. I guarantee you she's making good money on that.
I would go Victoria Beckham, but kind of close.
Yeah. I really love her in White Lotus, though.
Jennifer Garner?
Oh, that's Jennifer Coolidge.
That is Jennifer Coolidge.
I was joking.
Okay. I think I'll go Posh Spice on this one, too.
Third down.
This date in 1964, Ford released their first ever Mustang at the World's Fair in New York City.
Wow.
We need to bring these World's Fairs back.
It sounded like a fun event.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so bigger American cultural impact, the Mustang or Leonard Skinner?
All due respect to Leonard Skinner.
Oh, wow, Jim.
I mean, what the Mustang meant.
Do you think anybody's ever played Leonard Skinner in their Mustang?
Yes. It came in the owner's manual.
I think when you crank it, Freebird starts, you have to move off. Freebird.
I think the Mustang was a car that was, for a period of time. What year was the Mustang introduced?
64.
64 to 1980. That was one of the cars in America.
But I would say the Corvette was a bigger cultural impact than the Mustang.
Yes.
I don't know.
And I guess you could argue a band's a bigger cultural impact than Leonard Skinner, and you're probably right. Boy, I will say Freebird.
But that is two cars that you got to respect them because of the longevity and the demand for them. But, boy, if you ask me, you got to have Mustang or Corvette.
I would say, I don't know if you were here the day I brought this up. I would say Freebird is the near perfect song. I know it gets played a lot, which sometimes that makes you dislike songs when they get overplayed.
No, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I always circle back. Like Hotel California is a great song, and it is overplayed as anything. Man, I don't necessarily have a problem with that. Now, it's long.
It is long. And I love telling this story, and Jim is going to cringe because I've said it on the show once before. But Leonard Skinner, this is a great lesson in perseverance, was turned down by 9 record labels. 9. And the song they were shopping around, and they shopped it to all 9 that turned them down, was Freebird. And they all turned it down because it was too long. That just shows you how dumb they were.
Well, I mean, you go back and you watch Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, they shut that down. They were like, this song's too long.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not going to get
classic.
radio play.
But Freebird is a perfect song to me because it is both sad and hopeful. The vocals are tremendous. The writing is terrific. The guitar solo is terrific. I might argue Leonard Skinner here.
Yeah, I mean, somebody told me they went to a funeral and Freebird was playing, which is really sad.
It's the Mustang and not even close.
Oh, come on, Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler.
The Mustang is the pure embodiment of classic Americana. Like, that is the 60s right there.
Thank you, Tyler. So would you like to have a Mustang?
I used to own a Mustang.
Okay.
Mustang.
Yeah.
I mean, their later years, they got to be.
Yeah, they made them more like sedans, and now they're doing this electric nonsense with the Mustang.
Yeah. The EV, like
I don't know. What are you doing there? Yeah.
That's blasphemous.
It really is for a Mustang.
But those 60s and early 70s Mustangs.
The Shelby GT, I think it was like that 68 or 69.
Now, Nick is right in the chat room. Simple Man, in my opinion, is Skinner's best song, not even Freebird, but I would say
How many
Freebird.
best songs have you? I thought you just said Freebird,
I said Freebird
was the
is
best
a
song.
nearly perfect song. Simple Man is my favorite song that they did.
I like Tuesday's Gone.
Tuesday's Gone is tremendous. Ballad of Curtis Lowe is tremendous.
Okay.
Sweet Home
None
Alabama.
of it had an impact outside of the South.
Oh, whatever.
Mustangs worldwide.
That's
No,
incorrect.
people scream Freebird at concerts.
Everywhere. Freebird is
Tyler's right on this, and I feel dirty saying it. But Tyler's right on this.
You know what? I'll take it.
Yeah.
4th down.
On this date in 2011, Game of Thrones premiered on HBO. What is the best show you watch from premiere to final episode? And the reason I bring this up is I didn't get on Game of Thrones, I think, until their season 3. I didn't get on Breaking Bad until their season 3. I think the same with Mad Men. For me, I was, day one Sopranos. I watched that, from 1999 when it came out until it finished up in 2007, so I didn't miss any of that. And I watched True Detective in real time, but outside of that, I jumped on late on a lot of these.
Well, the two of my favorites of all time, Jim, I've watched are Mad Men and Breaking Bad, and both of those I watched on demand after they had already run their course. I mean, both of them were done before I ever started watching them, so that doesn't count in your question, right?
No, I mean, this show's premiering.
Yeah, and
you're there for the first night, and you watch throughout.
Yeah,
Probably.
I did watch Mad Men. I think I started about when you started, about going into season 3, because Clay would bring up side boobs on the show when he would talk Mad Men when he'd come on Tuesday. So eventually,
never remember that.
Oh yeah,
I don't either.
He said best side boobs ever in network television was Mad Men. I remember that episode.
You can Google titty and see plenty of
I know, but it's something about a side boob that is much better. And so I started watching it for that reason. I had to go back and catch up, and was really, really impressed.
You started watching a show just for side boobs?
Have you met Jim?
Yeah.
Do you know Dunaway?
Have you ever met Jim?
Yeah,
I mean, I was expecting a nice toe scene or
Tyler,
shower scene.
he's in here every morning, Tyler. You should get to know
There is
him.
one of the greatest foot scenes ever in the history of television in Mad Men, where they have the John Deere cruising throughout
it's not a pleasant foot scene.
Not going to end the way you wanted it to.
So good.
One of the funniest lines of TV
It
history.
just gotten its foot in the door.
That's not even the best
And
line
they
of that
cut
one.
it up.
The other
Is
one
it
is.
Iwo Jima?
Yeah.
Start to finish. I mean, so many of them struggle at the end.
Well, there's what happens is there's such a buzz. Like if you go to a dinner party tonight or just have a dinner with friends somewhere, the conversation is going to ultimately get to what are you watching now?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a big conversation piece.
Like even The Pit, which is really good right now.
Do you like the ending
I
last night?
haven't watched it yet. I'm watching
Wait,
it.
so do you think it's been as good as year 2 as year 1?
No, year 2's backwards.
Year 2's a little backwards than year 1, but it's been a really good show. I went back and watched the first 2 episodes of ER, and they took 3 of the people walking in ER from the first 2 episodes have appeared on the pit. Not the same people, but the sunburn.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of the same cases. But ER was on the air for 15 seasons. We somehow came up with that last night driving back from the
Grey's Anatomy more than that.
Yeah, Grey's Anatomy's a huge
It's still
run.
going. So some of these shows that are great from the beginning, they stay on too long and they have bad endings. Lost was never as bad for me as it was for other people. I enjoyed Lost. It lost me a little bit, literally, when the smoke was moving around, whatever that was. But I liked Lost.
Yeah, when they left the island, it did take a big hit. I will tell you, though, this Bad Mistakes with Dan Levy, I finished it last night.
I'm one episode in. I watched the first one. It was fantastic.
I haven't laughed. It gets better. I haven't laughed when they picked the Russian up from prison is like the best episode.
Dan Levy's hysterical.
Oh, his comedic timing is incredible. And I know, there's a lot of people that think he's a little too over the top, whatever, but his comedic timing is great. But that show, I haven't laughed out loud like that since Curb or Silicon Valley.
Yeah, I watched so much after it goes. Mad Men, Justified, Breaking Bad, some of my favorites were after they'd already aired. I guess the spirit of this question, and it was a short run, but Band of Brothers on HBO, which is spectacular.
See, I went back and watched Band of Brothers. I watched The Pacific in real time.
Wasn't as good as Band of Brothers.
I like The Pacific, though. It's really good.
Did that get us to third down?
That was fourth down. I assumed Tyler would have chimed in by now, but
I thought he would. But
yeah, save that for the next reels if you want to.
All right.
Maybe that's a good next reels at some point. But chime in here if you want to.
I think the greatest show of all time is The Wire. It doesn't drop off at any point.
But there's no way that you saw that when it first debuted.
Okay, I missed that part of the question.
Yeah, you watched it on demand.
Because you were like in 4th grade.
Yeah, I would have been around the same age as the young Michael B. Jordan in the show, if not a little younger than he was.
That is our 4 downs today. The show being brought to you by a lot of great sponsors today, including our friends at Crane U, LT.
Crane U wants to remind you, if you are looking to really advance the crane training, they can help you out. Look, curious about a career in crane industry? The first big step is getting certified and becoming fully compliant. Crane U is here to guide you every single step of the way. Go to craneuonline.com for more information. Crane U is your all-in-one destination for crane certification success. They guide you through every step of the process, from comprehensive preparation, both in and out of the classroom, to ensure you're fully equipped to even the toughest exams. Then they'll streamline your experience by administrating both the written and hands-on test right there at their facility, so you can get certified with confidence and convenience. Again, for more information, craneuonline.com.
And when you find yourself in need of an attorney for any situation, you start at one place, Shannara.com. That's our guy, Alexander Shannara, Trial Attorneys. You know by now he handles personal injury cases. He's maybe the best in the world at that, right? He won't say that, but I will. But it goes further than just that. And that might surprise you because you may think of them only as personal injury. No, not at all. How about bad drug and device claims? Yes. How about storm damage claims? Absolutely. How about workers' compensation? You know it. How about disability? Yep, absolutely. Alexander Shannara, Trial Attorneys, got more than 150 attorneys, so they handle a lot. You don't pay a dime unless they win your case. Also, Shannara.com, Shannara.com.
Follow Dunaway on Twitter and Instagram at Jim Dunaway.
I'm attorney Alexander Shannara, Alabama born, Alabama raised, and ready to fight for your rights. I have one of the largest firms in Alabama, and we are here to help you get the compensation you deserve. Call me, Alabama, 323-1000.
Your representation is made that the quality of legal services being performed is greater than those of other lawyers.
Sterling and the fine folks at Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster want to welcome you in for a great lunch or dinner starting at 11 a.m. every day. Chicken that's brined overnight and cooked to order, and the taste of the Delta with those Delta recipe tamales. Champy's is perfect for all your tailgating needs this football season. You can also choose Champy's for your next party, wedding, or birthday. Great food, great people. Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster, and everything online at champyschicken.com.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemphill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemphill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemphill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemphill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on The Next Round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at The Next Round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000.
This spring, make it a week the whole family will remember. The Regions Tradition, presented by Coca-Cola, returns to Greystone for championship golf and family fun. Watch legendary players compete, enjoy activities for all ages, and experience the excitement on and off the course. Don't forget to stop by Hole 10 following play on Saturday for a live concert featuring Blues Traveler. This is a week you don't want to miss. April 29th through May 3rd. Get your tickets now.
Birmingham, get ready to pregame with the Birmingham Legion FC at the Coca-Cola Soccer Block Party May 7th from 2 to 6 at Protective Stadium. Bring the whole family for music, giveaways, and tons of family football fun for free from 2 to 6 May 7th at Protective Stadium. After the party, the Birmingham Legion FC takes on Miami FC with kickoff at 7 o'clock. Tickets for the match are available at bhmlegion.com. Come kick it at Protective May 7th with the Birmingham Legion FC and enjoy ice-cold Coca-Cola, because fan work is thirsty work.
When you think of Birmingham, it's hardworking people that go out each and every day to provide for their families, and that's how we want our team and our play on the field. Join us April 18th as we take on the Orlando Storm. United we ride.
Ain't no party like a Dega party. The noise, the chaos, the will to survive. The biggest, boldest, brashest, fastest, and most intimidating track in all of NASCAR. Only one place calls that home. At Talladega, anything can happen. And at this super speedway, everything usually does.
Hell yeah, boys!
NASCAR weekend at Talladega Super Speedway, April 24th through the 26th. Get your tickets now at TalladagaSuperspeedway.com.
Couple of football notes here in just a second. LT tells us about our friends at Inverness Country Club before I give you a changing part of the Nashville skyline that could be in the works.
I asked Brown off air. You look very golfed up today, but you are not playing
I got other obligations today. Cannot play today.
So there's no way you can play later today?
No, daughter has a soccer game.
Okay, well, you'll be playing sooner than later.
Sooner than later,
at
hopefully,
the Inverness
yes.
Country Club. Look, they've got memberships that fit everyone, from the golf membership, the tennis. Of course, they've got the social, which will be great for the entire family this summer with that incredible pool area, state-of-the-art fitness center, newly renovated dining. Maybe you relocated or retired. How about networking from the Inverness Country Club? To take a tour of this unbelievable club, go online, go to iccalabama.com.
No, nothing's finalized yet. But there is a plan that is being discussed. What do you think would change the Nashville skyline if they built this?
If they add to it, so they're building, not knocking down.
To go with the stadium that's being built, this will be part of the Nashville skyline.
If they built next to it a Hard Rock Hotel, the way they're building the one in Vegas that is a glass guitar, basically. You saw it when you were out there, right?
Yeah.
The beginnings of it.
The Vegas is correct. There is a discussion that Nashville will be the second city to get a Sphere-like, all-inclusive like arena. a little smaller version than the one they have in Las Vegas, but it would be a 360 immersive event hall, music hall type thing.
A most unrecognizable city over the last 15,
No
20
doubt.
years.
Boy,
Not even close. It's grown too much because 10, 15 years ago, if I was going to live in another city, it probably would have been Nashville. There ain't a chance.
Do you build it over by the stadium? Is that what they're talking about?
No
Do you know?
discussion on where, and it's not been finalized yet, but early discussions say Nashville is where they want the second one to go.
The weirdest thing, have you been to the Sphere?
No.
You've not been. Jim
I've
is-
been by it, though. I've driven past it, and I was like, that's wild.
You're out in the concourse areas, and it's normal. And it's the weirdest thing. You walk into the portals to go to the seats, and it is like a library. They've got the soundproofing there. It goes from loud. Did you notice that?
Yep.
It goes
so
from
you've
loud-
been there?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess,
when we were out there last time, yeah.
Did you just tour it?
No, we watched The Wizard of Oz.
Was that pretty cool?
Yeah, it was a cool experience. I'd rather have seen a concert, but there were, that
What
was
it
the
all
only
the
option.
elements like wind and
Yeah,
rain?
the leaves fall out
Yeah.
during the tornado. Wind blows blows your hair during the tornado.
Was that your first time to see The Wizard of Oz?
No, but you were off that day. I told Jennifer, I was like, that is a shorter movie than I would have imagined. It was only 75 minutes. And she's like, that was heavily edited, right? I was like, no, I didn't. It was the first time I'd seen it all the way through.
So something to keep an eye on. Our show being brought to you today before Brownie tells us about Central State Bank. Our Innisfree countdown to kickoff gets us back to college football. 134 days away. Your game day tradition is Innisfree Irish Pub in Tuscaloosa and in Lakeview. The Irish-inspired pub food, the signature Irish gold sauce, and always a world-class atmosphere at Innisfree. 134 on the countdown to kickoff. Central State Bank stacking up good days after good days as well.
If you're looking for a bank that plays on your team, it is Central State Bank, your hometown bank. They serve Shelby County, Tallapoosa County, all of Central Alabama. Whether you are chasing dreams or building your business, they've got the tools, the team, the personal touch to help you win. For more than 100 years of trusted service, large enough to serve you, small enough to know you, rooted in community, and driven by relationships. It is Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Kentucky is one of the people, like Auburn, that has a spring game tomorrow in college football. Ohio State, Texas, Texas A&M, Auburn, Georgia, Miami, Florida, Oklahoma, Virginia Tech, Kentucky, UAB, Georgia Tech, of some of the ones that are doing it tomorrow, Louisville and Texas Tech tonight. At Kentucky, Will Stein's the new coach. At Kentucky, he's trying to change the perception of the offense. He gets asked on what he wants to see in Kentucky's spring game tomorrow.
Just play clean. Play clean. That's huge. Can we get lined up with fans in the stand? Can we call a play correctly in the huddle with fans out there? Are we going to let that moment just kind of dictate our process? Or are we going to say, hey, this is the process regardless if there's one person watching or 65,000? It doesn't matter. So I think that's the big thing. Playing clean, seeing great competition with our guys, making plays on both sides of the ball, having fun, enjoying it. I mean, Big Blue Nation will be out there, which is exciting for our players. The juices will be up for sure. It's 11 a.m. kick, so I hope our fans get their coffee, and if they got to spike their coffee with whatever, do it, and have fun cheering these guys on.
Boy, his expectations for the crowd at the Kentucky spring game are quite high.
Yeah. Speaking of clean, that hoodie.
That's a good-looking hoodie.
I was about to say,
if
my
you
takeaway
take the
was
Nike.
I was about to say the takeaway from that for me is he's made Kentucky gear look good. That's a
Oh,
good-looking hood.
Stoops wore the worst gear. You remember that gray?
Well, I don't know any good-looking Kentucky gear.
That gray hat Stoops wore every Saturday on the sidelines was such a bad
I
look.
wonder, though, the Nike is too big to me on the hoodie. I still like it a lot, but he's also got the Nike hat on. Do you think leaving Eugene, he was like, okay, I want to talk to the Nike guys. Let's put a little bit more into our program, and I'll sport it.
Yeah,
we'll have the brand everywhere.
But new-looking gear, I wonder if he
that's a great looking hoodie.
Help design it. Yeah, love the cups.
What was that, 1950s Wildcat logo?
Yeah, I do like the vintage logos.
Yeah, so it's a good looking hoodie there for Will Stein.
Guy's fascinating, man. He is fascinating. I agree. I know y'all had him ranked in front of a guy that has actually been a football coach, head coach. But he is a fascinating guy at Kentucky. I do think he can get a little life in that offense at least.
Cuts 1 and 2, Brooks, if we can, as we go back to Auburn spring game, being brought to you today by our friends at lanceslock.com and our friends at Hemphill. You can't really do spring games, lines, or anything like that, but basketball back tonight is so important, these playing games.
Yeah, so for Major League Baseball plays up tonight. We mentioned the one play-in we've got with Golden State and Phoenix. That is up and available. We will have a ton of NBA with the playoffs really kicking off tomorrow. Jump on board, win with us, free play every single day at lanceslog.com. Always brought to you by our friends at Hemp Hill Services. Make sure that HVAC unit ready to keep up with this hot weather. Make the phone call, 205-229-2090. Adam, Chad, Andrew, the guys there. Tell them the next round sent you. For more information, hemphillservices.com.
Before we go down to Auburn, Manny Diaz contract extension at Duke through 2031. He's 18-9 in 2 seasons at Duke. If you win 2 out of 3 games at Duke, I think you can keep your job, right?
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah. Big get in the court world for Oklahoma, their spring game tomorrow as well. Linebacker Owen Heineke is back. He was out of eligibility because his eligibility clock started in 2022 when he played in just 15 minutes of Ohio State lacrosse over 4 games. He was only on the field during 4 games for a total of 15 minutes in lacrosse in 2022, but they're saying that started his eligibility clock, and so he ran out of that clock last year at Oklahoma. The judges and the court said, nope, even though he went to the NFL Combine, he never signed anything that took away his eligibility. He's back for another year at Oklahoma.
So this is the guy I brought up a number of times on the show in comparison. Just saying, if we're going to allow European professional basketball players to come play college basketball and we're not going to let that guy play another year, what are we even doing here? I mean, that was the most absurd ruling by the NCAA ever, and I'm glad a court overturned it.
Meanwhile, down at Auburn, Cole Best on our show this week. You can go back and see our whole interview with Cole Best. He is a lineman that came from USF to Auburn. This is Cole Skinner, another USF lineman who's down at Auburn and talking about the Bulls who are inside the Tigers' den now.
It helps a lot, especially in the fact that this offense is like down to the little details and everything. So having people at each kind of position group to be able to coach the younger guys, as well as having these coaches come along, it's a lot easier for the group as well as the coaches just to get this whole scheme going as a whole. It's just so much faster to get it all going.
Listen, there's a reason why it worked at Indiana, and some of these teams that rely on the portal, get a new coach, you do heavy portal, that it hasn't worked at some places. And that's because of team continuity. And when you get a guy out of the portal, I'm not sure you don't have time to really know how hard of a worker he is.
You can't.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think even when you recruit, you talk to people that have been around them, you talk to former coaches, but you really can't get that until you've had a lot of time with them.
But if you've been with the guys at USF, you know their work ethic. You're only bringing the guys who can work. So Alex Golesh has an advantage with the fact that he knows what he's getting with these guys.
Yeah, the worst thing he would want to do is he's trying to build, this new climate in this new complete environment. And the one thing you don't want to do is bring anybody toxic into that. So you assume everybody he brought with him from Tampa is going to be, top shelf, at least attitude-wise.
Yeah, if they came with him, I assume he's like, I got no issue with work ethic or attitude in these guys.
And you guys were raving about how, and we've talked about it a couple of times, and I mentioned it to Cole Best as well, of having the old players back around the program. Alex Golesh this week talked about having old coaches, certain ones, back around the program, like Gus Malzahn, who is now retired on the College Football Playoff Committee and welcome at the Auburn facility.
Coach Malzahn came out. That was his first one of spring. I've been trying to get him here. He's moving back and will be a huge resource for me, and super grateful for him and Christy and the support that they've shown. I really met him when he was at UCF and I was at USF, and you inevitably run into each other in recruiting and clinics and all that. USF, UCF, you're supposed to hate each other, so we wouldn't talk in public or anything, but I'm excited. Like, for me, I got no ego in this thing, man. Like, if there's somebody that's been there, done that, and had success, I am all ears. I just asked him for his notes from the scrimmage. Like, if I got a guy living down the street that has time, one, I'm super jealous. Like, he's like, man, it's going to be between the lake and here, coach, I'm like, yeah, I know, Gus. eventually I'll get there too. But he, to have a wealth of knowledge like that, and for him to be willing to give of his time, I'm telling you, he loves this place. This place, however it all shook out, like he is so grateful for what this place meant to him and still does. So I'm going to use every resource I possibly can, and I've reached out to every single person that's coached here that's willing to help and lend an ear, if nothing else. But Gus knows more football. He's forgotten more football than I know, so I'm going to take every bit of it.
So two things there. Number one, and less important, I didn't know the war for I-4 was that bad-blooded.
Yeah. Do they even play it every year?
I don't know. But number two, nothing exudes more confidence in your abilities than to say something like that. Like, hey, I am all ears for a guy that's coached here before. That says that Alex Golesh is completely confident in his abilities and his process of doing things. He is not threatened by a guy that used to coach at Auburn showing up and giving him some pointers.
Yeah, and back to, the lunch I had on Monday, I think I brought it up on Tuesday's show with a former player, and he has invited every former player back saying, look, you don't have to call ahead, you just show up, you are the guys that built this. I think it's what needs to be done, having that kind of open access.
Why would you not? Like, I know Auburn fans, Gus is a punch bag sometimes, but Gus obviously knows a lot of football, especially on the offensive side. And just to me, nothing says more that I'm confident in who I am and my abilities. Gus Malzahn's welcome here anytime. Why would I not listen to a guy that has the experience that Gus Malzahn has? That just exudes confidence to me.
Yeah, so that's Auburn's spring game coming up tomorrow. One more thing to get into in this segment after we hear about a couple of great sponsors. One of them is our friends at New York Butcher Shop.
I will be going by the New York Butcher Shop later today to pick up some of those delicious steaks. The sides made fresh in-house every single day, from the fresh meat specialty items, the deli sandwiches you can get for lunch or dinner right there at their substation. Fantastic selection of fine wines and desserts. Get in, see Jim and that great staff of butchers. 2 locations, the original Cabo Heights, Highway 119 in Greystone. Rare quality, well-done service. It's the New York Butcher Shop.
And our friends at stormrestorationroofing.com. Greg from Pell City, his beautiful wife Andrea, their beautiful family that helps out with this organization that has been locally owned for over 20 years. Local. That is so important when it comes with your roofing company. Stormrestorationroofing.com. This isn't a national company. This is a local group. Greg from Pell City, you'll see him rolling around town with his logos on his truck. It's a family business, and he treats it that way. And he treats you like your family, too, especially if you're a next-round viewer or listener. You call him up, you get a free no-cost roof inspection, and I'm telling you, he'll treat you differently when you tell him you watch and listen to the next round. You see him bounce around in the chat room all the time. He just loves you guys, and he wants to help you out. If there's storm damage repairs to be done, before you call your insurance provider, call Greg from Pell City first and let him walk you through the process, because he's been working with those guys for years. Roof replacements, all that. He handles it all. But let it start with a free no-cost roof inspection. Call and get in line. 205-542-3531. 205-542-3531. Greg from Pell City. We've talked Alabama and Auburn basketball portal acquisitions. Tennessee did get former Alabama commit who decommitted, Chris Washington, over Auburn and Ole Miss yesterday. Bucky McMillan got Tennessee transfer, 6'9" Cade Phillips, who is John David Phillips' son, Brody Croyle's sister's son. Brody Croyle's his uncle, Alabama legacy guy who went to play at Tennessee. Now he's going to Texas A&M to play for Buckyball. And then there's Will Wade. Who do you think is Will Wade's best commitment so far since he took over at LSU?
Somebody from NC State.
Best portal acquisition.
I would agree with Lance. Somebody from NC State.
There's not one yet.
Didn't that change this morning?
Oh, they may have got one today.
Yeah, but as of yesterday.
This graphic is from yesterday. Tyler, the purple and gold graphic I sent you from our buddy Chris Marler, who does a little graphic work for 104.7 The Zone down in Baton Rouge. We're waiting. LSU's portal class, Will Wade, national ranking 77 out of 78, 8 outgoing transfers, 0 incoming transfers, and it changed earlier today. You think, Brown?
I'm trying to confirm that. Maybe I'm incorrect, because now that I look,
I mean, this is strange. I mean, big ass offers we talk about. He's got money now. It's legal. Like, how does he not have anybody from the portal yet.
Yeah, and some big portal gets have been going to other places. I mean, the portal's not even – others can still get in the portal, I think, until the 21st.
If I'm an LSU fan, I'm like, look what Lane Kiffin did in the portal in football. Why is –
Not saying he's not going to get any, but.
So I was incorrect, and I apologize for that. Stepping over your story there.
That's okay.
But Jeff Goodman is currently tweeting about this. It's weird that you brought it up at the same time that Will Wade's got to do some work. His roster has exactly 0 players on it right now.
Yep.
0. He's got everybody leaving in the portal and everybody else leaving on eligibility, and he's got nothing on this. I mean, he's in a worse spot than when Bucky took over.
Yeah.
When Bucky took over A&M.
I would love to see, back to the Bucky news, how different his NIL commitment is from this time last year to where it is right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's much higher. But didn't Wade in his press conference, I mean, I don't guess he specifically addressed the NIL, but when he was talking about, hey, we're going to win right away, we all said that tells you he's been given a heck of an NIL promise right there.
That's right.
But boy, he is yet to spend it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most, how bad do you feel about stepping in my story?
That's probably a 3.5. I've done way worse than that on this show.
3.5. Nothing
I've
right there.
I've done way worse than that.
Brooks has already sent out our coaches' combined rankings, putting them all together. You can get that at Next Round Live, Next Round Live. Instagram, man. Jump on Instagram and Facebook with us at Next Round Live. If you're not already following us, please do that. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do that. Give us a thumbs up when you watch the show, all that stuff. We appreciate all that so much. One more hour to go. A football player that is playing his spring game tomorrow that you've got to see. I've got a clip of video from his spring practice. You've got to see this guy. He's an SEC guy, and he's playing his spring game tomorrow. You've got to see it in the next hour. And we'll talk about the NFL draft, and we'll look at those Rams and Ravens uniforms. All that in our final hour of the show that is being brought to you by our friends at One Man and a Toolbox.
One Man and a Toolbox can help you out with any of the jobs you need around the house or business. One Man and a Toolbox performs handyman services for homes, commercial properties in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Montgomery, and surrounding areas. They do the regular repairs and maintenance, also small project renovations and updates. They've got multiple technicians with different skill sets, and they can tackle most any item in your home. For a free estimate, call 205-823-2111. When you talk to Jessica, make sure you tell them the Next Round sent you. They're going to give you a discount for the first hour of service. For more information on all the services they do, onemanandatoolbox.com.
Follow LT on Twitter at @TheLanceTaylor.
I'm attorney Alexander Shinar, Alabama born, Alabama raised, and ready to fight for your rights. I have one of the largest firms in Alabama, and we are here to help you get the compensation you deserve. Call me, Alabama, 323-1000.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services being performed is greater than those of other lawyers.
Sterling and the fine folks at Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster want to welcome you in for a great lunch or dinner starting at 11 a.m. every day. Chicken that's brined overnight and cooked to order, and the taste of the Delta with those Delta recipe tamales. Champy's is perfect for all your tailgating needs this football season. You can also choose Champy's for your next party, wedding, or birthday. Great food, great people. Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster, and everything online at champyschicken.com.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Remember the name Way to Wellness if you're battling weight loss in your life. I'm Jim Dunaway from the Next Round. There was a time I was over 216 pounds until Way to Wellness helped me lose 45 pounds, and now for over 2 years, they've helped me keep that weight off. Here's their website, aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. That's a great name for a website because there's no cookie cutter plan. Everything is designed specifically for you. No contract, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation is free at Way to Wellness.
Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today. Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop, rare quality, well-done service.
Birmingham, get ready to pregame with the Birmingham Legion FC at the Coca-Cola Soccer Block Party May 7th from 2 to 6 at Protective Stadium. Bring the whole family for music, giveaways, and tons of family football fun for free from 2 to 6 May 7th at Protective Stadium. After the party, the Birmingham Legion FC takes on Miami FC with kickoff at 7 o'clock. Tickets for the match are available at bhmlegion.com. Come kick it at Protective May 7th with the Birmingham Legion FC and enjoy ice-cold Coca-Cola because fan work is thirsty work.
When you think of Birmingham, it's hardworking people that go out each and every day to provide for their families, and that's how we want our team and our play on the field. Join us April 18th as we take on the Orlando Storm. United we ride.
Ain't no party like a Dega party. The noise, the chaos, the will to survive. The biggest, boldest, brashest, fastest, and most intimidating track in all of NASCAR. Only one place calls that home. At Talladega, anything can happen. And at this super speedway, everything usually does.
Hell yeah, boys!
NASCAR weekend at Talladega Superspeedway, April 24th through the 26th. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Champy's Chicken brings you the final hour of the show. Sterling and the crew down there. Champy'sChicken.com is the website. Highway 119 in Alabaster. Listen, some of you right now are driving from Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, Northern Alabama that love our show, that are driving towards Birmingham, towards the Gulf, and you're going to get ready for the big weekend down on the Gulf and just enjoy the springtime, right? Some of you may be coming to town for the Morgan Wallen concert or for the Stallions game, whatever you're coming to town for. That Alabaster exit on I-65, just jump off there, and it's a right off the interstate. You go about a half mile, it's a left at the light, and then another quarter mile, boom. That's Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster. You can't beat the Southern Fried Chicken. It is Southern food with an exclamation point. And if you want a little Mississippi Delta flavor, you can turn that exclamation point upside down and get a little extra excitement with the Mississippi Delta recipe tamales. It's all right there at Champy's Chicken, champy'schicken.com. Say hi to Sterling for us. Tyler, the little video I gave you, the football player, if you can grab that for me, I'll cue it here in a second. Spring games tomorrow, including in Norman, Oklahoma. And Tyler is about to show you a tight end. A tight end. His name is Simi Tulunga. He's 5'11", 336.
5'11", 336?
And he plays tight end. Hit the video.
This is impossible.
Little pass over the middle. Boom. Boom. Touchdown. Give him 6 hamburgers. Give him 6. 5'11", 336. He's a true freshman playing tight end for Oklahoma.
Lance, he moves pretty good for 336.
I mean, he does. Yeah. You guys remember Blake Bell, the Belldozer?
The Belldozer.
Do you remember who is the coach now of tight ends there at Oklahoma?
Jason Witten. Hard-hitting Jason Witten.
Hard-hitting Jason Witten. You think he likes a 5'11", 336 guy, not afraid to hit the guy and knock him down? Not near the top of the depth chart yet. I'm not saying that.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see him out there.
5'11", 336.
I mean, he doesn't look like Jason Witten. Jason Witten was a little more of a specimen than that.
I would assume he's going to lose a lot of that baby fat, though.
Do you remember the guy Baylor used to flex out the tight end?
Yes, that guy was massive.
I mean, he was like almost 400 pounds.
Yeah. He was.
I mean, he caught a touchdown in the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, he was like an extra offensive tackle, but that could actually catch the football.
Yeah.
Before we talk NFL draft, one more college football note for you here. Give me cut 4, if you will, Brooks. Cut number 4. Lane Kiffin's the new coach at LSU.
I've heard.
Who is he trying? Who's like they've had a lot of national championship. Whose shadow is Lane Kiffin coaching in? Is there a shadow Lane Kiffin is coaching in?
I mean, the obvious. I think Jim wants us to say Nick Saban, but boy, that has been a long time since he's been there.
A long time. Long time.
Because of his association with Saban, though, would you say that? I mean, there's no way you could say it's Miles Orgeron or Kelly, right?
Did Miles win 2 or just 1?
He won 1. Orgeron won 1.
Yeah.
Kelly won 0. I mean, you fired all 3 of those guys. So there's no way it's one of those guys.
And Saban was really good, but he wasn't like elite.
Isn't that interesting, though?
I mean, I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
I mean, you guys know what I'm saying when I say that.
I do. I mean, he did win a national championship, but I mean, there were a lot of 8 and 9 win seasons around that.
Yeah, I think anybody that comes to Alabama is going to be in Nick Saban's shadow.
But I would agree with that. But you know what's interesting is we always say this about LSU is like everybody that's coached there since Saban got it kicking has had great success. But they've all gotten fired, too.
Except Brian Kelly.
I mean, he did at least go to Atlanta. I mean, I'll give him that.
But, but I'm just saying, based on the expectations, based on what Brian Kelly had done at his previous
He did not meet expectations, there's no doubt. But, I mean, they all had success, yet they all got fired, too. I mean, you have fired 2 national championship coaches at that school.
22-3 at home was Brian Kelly.
I wonder how many schools have fired 2 national championship coaches, though, Jim. 2 coaches that have won a championship at your school. LSU might be the only school in the country that's done that.
22-3 at home, Brian Kelly. 12-11 away from Tiger Stadium.
Technically, Auburn did. I mean, if you want to count Tommy Tuberville's 2004 national.
Well, and if you want to, Pat Dye resigned.
Gene Chizik got fired.
Pat Dye was forced out.
Yeah, Pat Dye was forced out. So what was his record away from Tiger Stadium?
12-11.
That was Brian Kelly?
Yeah. If I'm right, 34-14 in his time at LSU, 22-3 at home.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. I mean, that's not like. I mean, that's a good home record. It's not great.
22-3. It's a great home record. 22-3.
I mean, there's a lot of people that don't lose at home or lose one game at home. He was only there, 4 years?
I know, it's a terrible road record, 12-11.
I mean, tell me what Kirk Cignetti's record in Bloomington is.
Kirk Cignetti is he's Confederate money.
Yeah. Tell me what Saban's record was in Tuscaloosa.
Most of Saban's losses were at home, though, if you think about it.
Yeah, but still, he might have had 3 the entire time.
Here is Lane Kiffin, the shadow that he is living in, whether it's in reality or in his own head.
I think more from him comes, I find myself now like the obsession of winning, the obsession of every day of like, there's got to be something that we can do better. And I find myself like that, and I think maybe now our coaches get a little annoyed with me, maybe like I did him. And it's like where you're kind of never pleased. I find myself like that. So that really what I feel taking from him is more than that, really the different position. But in that, you look at everything. Could this guy play somewhere else? Could he do something else? Like there's got to be a way to play better than we did yesterday and to practice better than we did yesterday each day. And I mean, that's why I'm here all the time, trying to figure out some way of something we can do better.
He thinks he's the best coach in the world, by the way.
You think Kiffin thinks that?
He thinks Nick Saban is?
No, I think he thinks he is.
Kiffin thinks Kiffin is.
Yeah. I mean, now he's already comparing himself, kind of, like all I can think about is excellence, but he's never achieved excellence.
You know, would you think, this is just an if, so follow me on this. If he had stayed and done exactly what Pete Golding did and then took the LSU job, would you change the way you talk about him?
Yeah, like I still think, I forgot where I had him. I think I had him 4th or 5th.
Yeah, you did.
Fifth.
No, you had him
5th.
Yeah, 5th.
I mean, maybe, because then he's winning playoff games.
He's winning playoff games, advancing to the semifinals, ball in hand chance to beat Miami, who eventually obviously played for the national championship.
Yeah, I mean, ironically, he was talked about in, regards as being one of the elite coaches before he got to a college football playoff. When he finally does, he's not even there to coach it.
I know. That's the weird thing with Kiffin.
Well, sadly, they will never see our individuals, or they don't pay attention. As a show combined, we have Lane Kiffin as the 4th best coach in the SEC.
And I don't have a problem with that.
It's absolutely fair.
Smart, DeBoer, Sarkisian, Kiffin ahead of Elko and Clark Lee. It'll come off in Nashville for the first time ever. We're giving Vanderbilt respect, having Clark Lee 6.
Yeah, Brooks tells me the Vandy fans hate me, so maybe this is my redemption tour.
But to those rankings, I mean, there is one we would all agree on is elite, and that is Kirby. And then there's a drop-off.
There is.
And then it's Kalen DeBoer is very, very, very good. And then there's another little bit of a drop.
Yeah. I mean, I just think...
And then it's Sark and Kiffin, and then there's a little bit of a drop again.
But if I
to
took,
me, before you get to Mike Elko.
But if I took you back...
Let's see, I disagree with that, but, you know.
If I took you back to... let's take you back in time to Matt Luke as the coach at Ole Miss, okay?
Yep.
You follow me here?
Different times, man.
We're Matt Luke at Ole Miss, and I tell you, through the powers of my telekinesis, I look in the future, and I tell you, there will be a 12-team playoff, and Lane Kiffin takes Ole Miss to that playoff. You'd be like, man, that's some incredible coaching if you're taking Ole Miss to a 12-team college football playoff. You would have said that, right?
Right, yeah.
When Matt Luke was the coach. So, because he did it the way he did it, I'm just not sure Lane will ever get the credit he deserves for actually taking Ole Miss to a 12-team playoff. Oh, and by the way, the year before he took them to the playoffs, they were one of the last teams out. I mean, if they just beat Florida... They didn't, but if they just beat Florida, he goes to the playoffs 2 straight years there.
I'm very interested, though, Elko first 4 years against both Kiffin and Sark.
When you see those numbers, when they're finally done?
He's 2 years in?
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm doing 4 years, 2 years with Duke. I'll even go, I'll take his 2 years. I bet he's got a better overall record at Duke and A&M than both Sark at Washington and USC and Kiffin at Tennessee and USC.
But, Lance, you got him head-to-head with Sark, and what's that number? I mean, that's 0-2.
0-2, right?
He's head-to-head with Sark 2 years, and he's lost both of those.
Yeah, but, I mean, Sark has had a
He's got a head start. I don't disagree with you. But
I feel good about that. Do you guys think that he'll have a better overall record first 4 years as a head coach?
I don't like...
Sark took over at Washington after they went 0-12, though.
Oh, are you counting that, or are you counting Sark at Texas?
No, I was talking about their first 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to keep that in mind.
Brooks is right.
0-12.
Yeah. I thought you were going to go first 4 years
at Texas.
Duke.
It's still Duke.
I understand.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it's
Duke
still
was
Duke.
in a pretty good spot coming off of David Cutcliffe.
USC's been in good spots, too, and Sark was average at SC.
David Cutcliffe, though, had Duke at a pretty good spot, though.
Yeah, so, I mean, that was about the best time to take over Duke, to your point, was post-Cutcliffe. Probably even better than post-Spurrier. I don't even know who took it over post-Spurrier, but it was probably the best time to take Duke over.
Yeah.
32-19 for Kiffin in his first 4. 1 at Tennessee and 3 at SC. I'm just going to check out Sark real quick.
It's not going to be that good because those were 7-win teams, were they not, at Washington?
Yeah,
Ronnie,
I think
he's
Jake
doing
Walker several years, like 7-6 a bunch of times.
Yeah.
While he's doing that, tell us about Coca-Cola and the chance to see the World Cup trophy.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you have ever actually been in the presence of the World Cup trophy. It's not like it comes to the United States a lot, but not only is it coming to the United States, it is coming to our favorite city, Birmingham, Alabama. And you could go see the World Cup trophy yourself with our friends at Coca-Cola. The FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour presented by Coca-Cola, Thursday, May 7th, uptown in Birmingham from 2 to 6. Your chance to get a free photo with the iconic FIFA World Cup original trophy, once-in-a-lifetime moment for kids and fans of all ages. FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour by Coca-Cola, because fan work is thirsty work.
Not even close. I mean, even if we just do the first 4 years of Sark at Washington, the 1 with Kiffin at Tennessee and the 3 with USC, and then the 2 for Elko at Duke and A&M, Sark is 26-25.
Okay.
Kiffin 32-19. Elko 35-16.
Yeah, you were right. His first 4 years are better. I'll grant you that. And they were at Duke. That is not exactly a football hotbed to coach at.
NFL draft 6 days away. Let's talk a little bit about the NFL draft right now. Before we do that, though, Rams and Ravens with some new gear. And we'll go Rams first, Tyler, if you will. Walk us through this, LT, what you like and dislike about the Rams' new look as they get ready for what you hope is a Super Bowl season.
Yeah, I mean, so it's cleaner. And when I say this, it's more that blue jersey right there. So typically the number has 3 different colors in it, and now it's just a all yellow number, which I never understood. Those ombre numbers is what they called them. It was a terrible look, but they've just cleaned it up, and they got rid of the bone, which, again, Ferman agreed with me.
You loved the bone.
I did.
We lost this screen again. If you can adjust that one more time.
I mean, I love the bone. I've bought 3 Rams jerseys, none for myself, but Jack has got 1, Maddie's got 2, and they're all bone.
Yeah, you always love the bone, and you would tell us, oh, they're wearing the bone jerseys this Sunday or this Monday night or whatever. You got fired up about that.
But I do if you can pull it back up, Tyler, I do like the all whites now, though. It's just like they've brightened the white a little bit.
Yeah, so that was a good look with the Rams. They changed their uniforms yesterday, and it's a nice look. Don't worry about it, Tyler. We'll just deal with it another way, man. And we'll get to the Ravens as well a little bit later on. So that's the NFL draft in 6 days now, and there are some bold predictions that are going on out there, and some not so bold predictions. Ty Simpson is at the center of the conversations. New betting odds for Ty Simpson's landing location. Arizona is the betting favorite at plus 105. The Jets at plus 225. The Rams at plus 500. Pittsburgh at plus 900. Cleveland at plus 1,500. The next betting team after that is Tampa Bay at plus 2,000. But the reason for Ty Simpson, according to Adam Schefter, being tied to the Cardinals is the fact that the Rams like Ty Simpson in the Rams organization. If they had 2 first-round picks, they don't anymore. But Mike LaFleur coached where last year?
Mike LaFleur was with the Rams.
With the Rams. He's now the head coach of the Cardinals. So as they were falling in love with him in Los Angeles watching his tape and the offensive football that they played in Los Angeles, they thought Ty Simpson would be a big part of. Mike LaFleur, now the head coach of Arizona, and there's that obvious tie in there.
Yeah, but the dilemma for the Cardinals is you select 3rd overall. So you're probably not going to take Ty number 3 overall. So do you trade back? Do you trade back into the back half? You know, where the Rams are selecting 13. I don't think the Rams would take him at 13. That would be shocking to me.
CBS Bowl predictions, Browns and Cardinals both trade out of the top 10 to get trade capital to the back end of the first round.
That's what I would do. If they both really, really like Ty Simpson, I would trade back.
Yep.
There were a lot of people that cover the NFL that were making a big deal. I think it was earlier this week, was the deadline to have prospects at your facility, one of your top 30 prospects at your facility, and Simpson was at Arizona
this week.
His last
That's
visit.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, it was this week, and that's what I'm saying. It was the deadline, and a lot of people were making a big deal. The fact that they got him in right before the deadline was what?
I'm talking to Tyler.
I'm sorry, you were shaking your head. I thought I was saying something wrong. Was a big deal. The fact that they would bring him in right before the deadline was a big deal. That showed that I don't think they would draft him at 3, but they are interested enough that they will maneuver in the first round to draft him where they want to draft him.
If I'm Mike LaFleur, I might roll the dice. Like, I think Ty will probably go in the first round, but again, if Arizona doesn't take him in the first round, that drops it to one of 3 or maybe 4 teams. But they select 34th overall, the second pick in the second round. I mean, there's a chance he's still there.
17 to 19 range is where CBS Sports is projecting somebody to trade up or down to get Ty Simpson, 17 to 19. Jeremiah Love goes in the top 5 and will become the running back, first one since Saquon Barkley to go in the top 5, right?
I think that's right.
Bijan and Ashton
was in top 10, so was Ashton.
Yeah, but top 5 was Saquon, and they think Love will end up being there. I don't know how bold that is. Another guy says his bold prediction is that Ty falls all the way out of the first round at CBS Sports.
But let me bring this one point up. If he did fall into the second, the way it is stacked right now, I talk about Arizona grabbing him at 34th, but the problem is first pick of the second round is the Jets. And so if the Jets are sitting there, good chance they would take Simpson at 33.
Some guys may be going higher than you've heard them talked about. Jets number 2 overall taking Jeremiah Love. Would that be bold, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, number 2 overall.
And I mean, I think, Breece Hall is great back. And, I know he battled injuries, but you just kind of wasted that.
If the Bengals take Carnell Tate at 10 to give Joe Burrow another weapon, what would you think of that?
I mean, that's great, but, there was a time that Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, you can make the argument, at least one of the top 3 duos in the NFL, and what did you get out of that? I mean, you did go to a Super Bowl,
point,
but
yeah.
I'm just saying you still have offensive line issues and you still have defensive issues.
The Jets have 2 first-rounders, if I'm right.
They do. 2
overall and 16th overall, and then 33rd, so they've got 3 in the first 33 picks of the draft. CBS Sports projects them to go Arvell Reese, number 2 overall, Jermon McCoy, cornerback Tennessee, 16th overall, and then wide receiver Casey Concepcion, 33rd overall, not addressing the quarterbacks until they get to round 4, where they take a flyer on Garrett Nussmeier, who at one point this time last year was probably projected to be a top 5 pick.
Probably. I would say this. I think Mendoza is going to be good. I don't know if he's ever going to be an elite quarterback. If you believe he's going to be elite, the Raiders take him. But if you're the Raiders and you're not really sure, wouldn't you just feel out the Jets, say, we'll take number 2, we'll take number 16, we'll take number 33 for the number 1 overall if you want this quarterback so bad in Mendoza?
I would rather do that, I think. I'd rather have 3 of the top 33 than the number 1 overall pick. I think I can make quarterback work.
With who?
Anybody. I mean, I don't think Fernando Mendoza is a slam dunk.
Oh, I don't either. Not a bit. Not one bit. I think Fernando Mendoza was an incredible story, was a really, really good college quarterback, but he is not a slam dunk NFL quarterback. And I don't think, I think the Raiders are just in that weird position where you got to have a quarterback to win in this league. We've got the number 1 overall draft pick, so we got to draft quarterback. I mean, in next year's draft, Mendoza probably is not your number 1 overall quarterback in next year's draft.
I mean, it depends. I mean, probably Arch.
I mean, I think Arch Manning probably would be in front of him if Arch has any kind of year.
But if you're Clint Kubiak, I mean,
you got to have a quarterback.
I'm almost Kirk Cousins. Let's give him a shot.
I know.
And, if I could package that up and get 3 of the top 33 picks with all the needs we have.
I can address a lot of things with my organization. By the way, Jets have 9 picks in this draft. So too do the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 in the first round, 3 in the top 40, 4 in the top 74. This is a big draft for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're getting old in some places, specifically tight end. How do you think the Chiefs play this 6 days from now? You won't be here next week for the draft, by the way. You'll be on a nice vacation.
Yeah, looking forward to that. But I do think the Chiefs still feel like they've got the window with Pat Mahomes. I mean, look, they're 2 years removed from a Super Bowl. Not making the postseason was devastating this year for Chiefs fans. It's as spoiled as they are, but I still think that they are looking, what are the pieces that we can give Mahomes right now to get back in play immediately?
Raiders, by the way, have 10 picks already.
How many did Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh's got the most. Is it 13?
I did not have Pittsburgh, and this was listing the AFC teams. Let's see here.
I mean, I can tell you.
Yeah. The headline of the story is the Jets 7 round mock, and then it says 5 AFC teams that must ace the NFL draft, and they name all these picks.
Pittsburgh's got the 21st. They've got the 21st in the second round. They've got 2 in the third, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth, a 5th round, a 6th, and 3 7. So what is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 picks.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that may be too much.
It is too much. I remember one year the Dolphins had 3 first-round picks. I'm like, I don't like that. Because what are the percentages of first-rounders that actually work out?
Yeah, but at least you're going to get 1 right.
Yeah, well, they are first-rounders. They
are, but
I don't mind having 3 first-rounders. I don't need 12 picks all the way throughout the draft. You know what I mean? I can package some of those up and trade for a better pick.
And they probably will. I'm sure on draft day they don't make all 12 of those picks.
Yeah. Interesting. With the NFL draft coming up 6 days from now. By the way, the media folks, as we approach a new media rights deal in the NFL, sort of are people inside the circles of what that conversation is going to be like with the NFL. They're projecting a 25% media rights increase, according to those that cover the business.
25%?
That seems to be what they're going to offer up. The ESPNs, the Foxes, the CBSs of the world. When it's all said and done, it'll be a 25% increase.
Uh-huh.
The people in the business are saying the NFL is going to expect it to be more than 25%.
Of course they are.
Because right now, there is nothing else that is guaranteed to work in the advertising world other than the NFL.
So the current media rights deals are at $110 billion over 11 years.
25% increase of that will take it to what, around 140?
Yeah, the agreements are average roughly $10 billion annually, so you're adding another $2.5 billion to that, so I'd get you to $12.5. We just throw around $2.5 billion like that's nothing. You know how much money $2.5 billion is?
Mike Repole could tell you.
He could. He's counting it when he wakes up in the morning. But, I mean, that's what the NFL is just like, that ain't enough, man.
Now, keep in mind, it won't be just with Fox and NBC. It'll be ESPN, ABC, and then you'll factor in everyone else.
Because I read this week that Netflix is pushing to have this season opening game. They're like, we want the season opening game. That's what we want. NBC has traditionally had it on that Thursday night, which this year will be a Wednesday night. NBC's traditionally had it. Netflix like, we want it. And that's where the NFL's like, okay, how bad do you want it?
Yep.
You just tell me how bad you want it.
So we'll see how that all plays out. And there's not a major network that's not involved. ABC, ESPN, NBC, CBS, Fox, all four major networks have a share of the NFL broadcast rights. Was not always the case, but now it is. And
because
you can't let it go away.
Yeah.
You got to keep playing the game. Or
well, yeah, ESPN brought ABC back on board. Number one, because it's what's getting ratings now, but that also got them back in the Super Bowl mix. They couldn't get in the Super Bowl mix only being on ESPN.
That's right. Interesting. Tyler, throw the Ravens out for me before we take a break here. We showed you the Rams, the Ravens' new look. Don't love the little gray there, but a lot of things they did with their uniforms people like. I do like the helmet with the big stripe down the middle. And then there's a sort of a helmet that all you see is red eyes of the Ravens. I don't love this as much as Ferman did. I think their best one is the purple helmet with the gold stripe down the middle and a purple jersey, but probably because that's very collegiate-like.
But, I mean, these are outside of that one right there. Looks a little East Carolina-ish, but outside of that one, there's not much difference in the Ravens.
Yeah, I don't like the gray helmet that Lamar Jackson is wearing, or the guy posing as Lamar Jackson. I do like number 22 right here. That's their best uniform.
Yeah. The white with the purple pants.
The white with the purple pants. I agree with you. That's their best look.
You don't think that's Lamar Jackson?
No.
I mean, clearly that's
my
Derrick
favorite
Henry.
one.
That's Lamar. Look at his posture.
Purple with black with a big gold stripe down the middle. It looks very collegiate or East Carolina, but yeah, that's my favorite one. That's a couple of new uniforms for the Rams and the Ravens, counting down to the NFL draft. LT and I, a little vacation next week, not together, separate places. As I tell you all the time, when I'm here by myself or whatever, big support for Brownie next week on the show. Help him out in the chat room and like him, follow, and throw him ideas throughout the week. Interact with Brooks and Forrester and Tyler. Next week should be a fun week. He's got a lot of fun stuff planned for you guys happening next week here on the show. When we come back, we've got trash for you today. As we get to that, the show today being brought to you by Michelson. They bring you the viewing menu every day on the show. We're about to see what Tyler's watching this weekend.
Yeah, and I get to see our friends from Michelson about an hour plus. 205-969-8100. When you call that number, ask for Amy. She's going to hook you up with a hassle-free consultation. $0 to lose to find out if LASIK is right for you. If you wear contacts or glasses, you're wasting money each and every year. I'm speaking from experience. I wore the contacts for a decade. Dr. Mark Michelson, Dr. Jen Michelson, best in the business. 205-969-8100 or michelsonlaservision.com.
Tyler, man, what are you watching this weekend?
I have seen 2 movies already this weekend. I saw Exit 8 yesterday, which is a Japanese horror movie about a guy who cannot escape a subway. And then I saw Normal.
Real quickly, it's called Exit 8. He can't escape. If he'd gone 7 or 9, does he get out? He just chose the wrong number?
Wrong number.
I'm not really sure what they were going for. It was like the whole subway station was just a loop, and he had to break the loop. It was very odd, but it was very cool visually. And then I saw Normal with Bob Odenkirk. It was very wacky. It was a comedy, action, kind of blended well. Fun.
Did you go to the theater to see that?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I rode the elevator up with Tyler today. I was like, did you go see a movie last night? He said, I saw 2. Almost saw 3, but decided to go home and go to bed.
But is Normal worth the watch?
3 movies?
Or wait
I
for
would say
streaming?
it's worth the watch. It's not worth, like, rushing out to go see it, though.
Okay.
It's like a very just 3-star movie to me.
Okay.
It's like Assault on Precinct 13 mixed with Nobody.
Okay.
Wow.
Have you seen the original John Carpenter's? Because it's much better than the remake. Assault on Precinct.
Yes, that's the one I've seen. I haven't seen the remake. But tonight I will be probably watching The Mummy because I do really want to get to that one. That was the one I ended up skipping out on last night because the movie would have ended around 12:30 or so, putting me getting home about 1. So I skipped it. But we've also got 2 more releases today. You've got Lorne, which is the Lorne Michaels documentary, the creator of Saturday Night Live, and it's got exclusive footage, archival footage, and interviews of different SNL personalities, including Tina Fey, Chris Rock, Conan O'Brien, Maya Rudolph, Andy Samberg, John Mulaney, as well as Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, Kristen Wiig, Mike Myers, and Paul Simon.
Wow.
And then we've got another new movie that people have been looking forward to in the chat, and that is Bus Boys. A pair of idiot friends believes that if they become waiters, all of their problems will be solved. They aren't entirely wrong, but they aren't entirely right. It stars David Spade, Theo Vaughn, Tim Dillon, Bobby Lee, and you can see it today at the Lux Theater on Lake Shore. It is not playing at any of the local AMCs. I have checked.
Bobby Lee? Has he ever been in another movie?
No, I've really only seen him in like just sketches
Yeah.
or other stuff that his podcast friends make.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen him in that podcast he does with the redhead comedian. It's a pretty funny podcast.
Andrew Santino.
Yeah, Andrew Santino. I did not know he was movies, though.
I did. This might be his first,
Yeah.
or it might not be. And then finally today, we've got a new series on Prime. They are bringing back American Gladiators in a 10-episode season, pitting amateur contenders against 16 new gladiators. It will be hosted by WWE's Mike "The Miz" Mizanin and Roxy Diaz.
That was a fun show back in the day. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, because it was so different.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the Netflix documentary
I have
on
not,
it.
no.
Yeah, that's worth the watch. I've got no desire to see this, though.
Well, they'll be bringing back classic events like jousting and the wall, and new challenges for a $100,000 grand prize. And that's all I got.
I'm interested. I haven't clicked on it yet, but the trailer is so good. Twice I've almost clicked on the Jailblazers, the documentary on Netflix on the Portland Trailblazers with Rasheed Wallace and Damon Stoudemire. And apparently there was a dynasty in the making. I don't remember them being that good.
They were so good. I mean, they had the Lakers down 7 points because I started burning the sage. This is in the Western Conference Finals in 1999. I mean, they left, both the Trailblazers and the Kings left championships on the table because of Kobe and Shaq.
Yeah, the Jailblazers. It's
what's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
I hadn't seen it.
Bad Mistakes, what you're watching right now, you won't be on anything else. You'll keep breezing through those because it gets better and better.
Love it. All right, that's what everyone's watching. When we come back, we got trash queued up and ready to go. The show today being brought to you by our friends at Hemp Hill Services, heating and cooling. Nobody does it better than Hemp Hill.
Yeah, very important. Make sure the HVAC unit is ready to keep up with this changing weather. It's going to be in the mid-80s this weekend, I think.
89.
89, kissing 90. 205-229-2090. Adam, Chad, Andrew, the guys there. Tell them the next round sent you. Hard to stop a train. Trust the name. Birmingham has trusted since 1954 for any and all of these issues, home or business. 205-229-2090 or hemphillservices.com.
Follow Scott Forrester on Twitter @ScottForresterTV.
I'm attorney Alexander Shinar, Alabama born, Alabama raised, and ready to fight for your rights. I have one of the largest firms in Alabama, and we are here to help you get the compensation you deserve. Call me, Alabama, 323-1000.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services being performed is greater than those of other lawyers.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop. Rare quality, well-done service.
Remember the name Way to Wellness if you're battling weight loss in your life. I'm Jim Dunaway from The Next Round. There was a time I was over 216 pounds until Way to Wellness helped me lose 45 pounds, and now for over 2 years, they've helped me keep that weight off. Here's their website, aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. That's a great name for a website because there's no cookie-cutter plan. Everything is designed specifically for you. No contract, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation is free at Way to Wellness.
Birmingham, it's official. The FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour by Coca-Cola is coming to town. On Thursday, May 7th, head to Uptown from 2 to 6 for your chance to get a free photo with the iconic FIFA World Cup original trophy. It's a once-in-a-lifetime moment for fans of all ages. Again, Thursday, May 7th at Uptown from 2 to 6. Your chance to get the free photo with the iconic FIFA World Cup original trophy. The FIFA World Cup Trophy Tour by Coca-Cola, because fan work is thirsty work.
Ain't no party like a Dega party. The noise, the chaos, the will to survive. The biggest, boldest, brashest, fastest, and most intimidating track in all of NASCAR. Only one place calls that home. At Talladega, anything can happen. And at this super speedway, everything usually does.
Hell yeah, boys!
NASCAR weekend at Talladega Super Speedway, April 24th through the 26th. Get your tickets now at TalladagaSuperspeedway.com.
My left foot's cramping as I get back into the chair.
I hate that, Phil.
That's why I got some water here, thanks to our friends at Coca-Cola. Going to drink a little water here, and we'll get ready for trash today, being brought to you by our friends at Odie's. Odie's, great place to go grab some lunch, dinner. You enjoy the trivia all the time with Odie's?
Oh, yeah. We do Wednesday night trivia every single Wednesday night right there at Odie's, the original at Crestline Village. You get Rodney's famous cheeseburger. I recommend that Diablo sandwich. It is a great meal at Odie's. The Big Cup cocktails. 2 great locations. The original Crestline Village in Mountain Brook. Also the brand new location. I say brand new. It's new. Right there in Edgewood and Homewood. It's just like the Mountain Brook one, only bigger. At Odie's Tavern. Go enjoy our friends at Odie's, and we'll see you Wednesday night for trivia. Hit it, Brooks.
And Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback, who is really, he's been fantastic. He's been, when he's not injured, he's great.
LT's Trash is presented by Bud Light.
Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. The weekend is here. Pick up some cold, delicious Bud Light. So the man who helped define the mid-2000s Atlanta crunk area with Knuck If You Buck is now facing severe criminal allegations. Now, Alphonse Smith, who performs under the moniker Psycho Black, has the founding member of the platinum-selling rap group Crime Mob, has been accused by the Atlanta police of orchestrating a major electronics theft ring across the metro area. Now, according to exclusive afternoon report from WSB-TV, investigators allege Smith and several accomplices are responsible for stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of tech devices. Investigation reportedly began last year at the Metro Mart local business hub after multiple victims successfully tracked their stolen iPads and laptop computers to a specific business owned and operated by Smith. Instead of quickly fencing the items locally, police stated the ring was attempting to score a massive payday by compiling the stolen technology and shipping the electronics overseas. Authorities intervened before the cargo could be exported, successfully recovering more than $100,000 in stolen merchandise so far.
So basically, they stole all these iPads, and all these iPads had location devices on. So basically, it just led the cops right to them.
I mean, Apple has had that
pretty long time.
Yeah, the Find Your iPhone.
Yeah, and my daughter, my college-age daughter, while she was home on Easter, upgraded her phone to a new one, and turning off the location tracker is not easy. Because I had to do that so I could send the phone back, right? That's one of the steps you got to do to send the phone back to AT&T for the trade-in. And that's not something you can automatically do. Like you
would think you could just switch it off, right?
You can if you've got the person who owns the phone.
Modern phones don't really have an off.
Yeah, you got to have their Face ID. They've got to enter a password. I mean, it is a process just to turn that location service off. So you steal a phone, you're not going to be able to do it.
A dumpster rental dispute in San Pablo has gone viral after the company dumped customers' trash back onto their driveway over an allegedly unpaid bill, with the entire incident caught on camera.
Oh, wow. No.
Well, they didn't pay the bill, Jim. What am I supposed to do?
Boy, that's
Jim,
a lot of trash.
They didn't pay the bill.
Yeah, I think I just add on to the bill and keep taking it away.
Now, the situation centers on the express rental dumpster, which claims a customer failed to pay for a rented dumpster despite repeated promises. Now, according to the company, issue escalated, I guess so, when attempts to process payment were declined multiple times. Owner Martin Perez said the customer continued to delay payment, telling him that he would, quote, pay later or add funds to the card, never followed through. Added the company made several attempts to charge the card before deciding to retrieve the dumpster. Incident may have been disputed, but nearby Ring cameras captured the moment. The driver returned to collect the dumpster, only to find it filled with debris. Instead of hauling it away, the contents were dumped directly onto the driveway. A neighbor, which is identified as Mary, said the debris spilled partly onto the sidewalk but did not block the street. Said she initially believed the customer had already paid for the service before witnessing the driver unload the trash. Perez says taking the debris to a landfill would have cost the company hundreds more in dumping fees, adding to losses already incurred from pickup and delivery.
Yeah, but now does it not cost them more when I cite them with
littering?
Public endangerment, littering?
That's a good question there, because initially I'm on the side of the dumpster company here.
I am too, the pettiness, but I think...
But if I'm the neighbor... Say you're the neighbor. Say this is your Ring doorbell.
Oh, I'd be so pissed.
I would be. Yeah. I'd be pissed at my neighbor.
You wouldn't be pissed at the dumpster company?
Yeah, I'd be pissed at a lot of people, but my neighbor is the one that has created this situation.
Well, I think...
Pay the bill.
I don't know if this is an HOA situation, but boy, the Homeowners Association, though, you talking about quite the eyesore?
It's on my neighbor to get this cleaned up. Now, whether you go... punish the dumpster company or whatever, you're the one that created the situation. Pay the bill.
Yeah, okay, but the guy's not paying this bill already, so now what are you going to do to make him pay this bill?
I can't make him pay it. Okay. I'm with Lance. If there's an HOA, I hope they're super aggressive on this. But put a lien on his house.
The dumpster company shouldn't be dumping it out on the street.
Well,
either.
I think what I would
do... but they don't have any recourse either.
No, what I would do is I just wouldn't pick his garbage up anymore. I'd put the dumpster back on the property, and then I would, actually take him to small claims court or whatever, and then I would just leave
put the dumpster full of trash back on his property.
Because how the hell is he going to get it off?
When the payment clears, we'll come pick it up now.
So I pay for the additional garbage can. I've got 2, and I don't know why. I probably only use 2 like once every 2 months. But my neighbors will call and they'll be like, hey, we've got extra stuff. Can we unload it? And not long ago, I don't know what the hell they put in there. It might have been dead bodies. It was so much weight.
You couldn't get it up the driveway?
Well, no, it was already up the driveway. Yeah. But when Waste Management came to pick it up, they picked up my other and they just left that one there because it was too heavy.
Wow.
So I felt bad. I called neighbor and I was like, hey, man, I hate to do this to you, but like there ain't nothing I can do with it.
Cinder blocks you put in there.
So I don't know how in the hell he got out whatever he got out, and I don't know where he put it, but I mean, they wouldn't even pick it up.
TVs?
No,
maybe?
I think it was, I think they had cleaned, they were doing some kind of renovation, and I just think it was a bunch of material, concrete.
How about
bricks,
Daniel? How about Daniel in the chat room here? I've had people dump trash in my construction dumpster. I find their mail and take the trash back to their house. That's pretty good. I like that.
I did a story out in Gadsden when I was at 3340 about illegal dumping, and that is how they find people. People are so stupid to not take their own mail out of the garbage that they're throwing out that the city will find their names in their mail and drive to their property.
I hate to say that I've done the illegal dumping in a dumpster, like dropped it off. But I've made sure that the name is removed from any kind of packaging.
Illegal dumping in a field.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you haven't done it recently, though. I mean, we got a dumpster right here in the parking lot.
No. I've used the one when we used to be terrestrial radio. I've used this one.
Oh, I use that one all the time.
In between, like if I've done that before, I've taken the thing off.
Yeah.
But I do use this one.
Yeah, I put my stuff in this one all the time.
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't know if I've ever needed to.
Oh, you don't. Out of principle, you're just saying you have not needed to.
I don't know. When I get that bridge, I'll cross it. Still, one of the more shocking and sad episodes of Mad Men. We were talking Mad Men earlier.
Right.
Is when Don has bought the new car. He takes him on a picnic, and
it's incredible.
They finish the picnic. Don throws an empty beer can down by the tree. Peggy gets up and shakes all the trash off the blanket. They leave the trash there. Jump in the car and drive off.
So authentic, though. I mean, that's sadly, that's why that Indian was crying on that PSA they ran all the time.
I was like,
Florida woman tore up a Subway restaurant because she was, quote, upset about the peppers on her sandwich and demanded a new one, according to police. Now, after placing an online order, Monique Clark, 33 years old, picked up her sandwich at a Subway near the St. Petersburg home she owns. Clark used Sub Club rewards points. So
what's her name? Monique.
Monique.
Oh, Monique. I thought it was
I_MUNIQUE. Monique. Anyway, free of cost is what it was supposed to be. Shortly after, quote, she came back into the store, was upset about the peppers on her sandwich, demanded a new one. Subway employee told Clark her sandwich was made how she ordered it online and that new grub would not be forthcoming. In the wake of the denial, Clark pushed the cash register and printer off the counter. She then reached into the cookie display, threw multiple trays of baked cookies onto the floor. Now, Clark's Subway rage was recorded by a store security camera, and the defendant, quote, used her own real name and phone number when placing the online order. Arrested Wednesday for the incident last month. She was charged with criminal mischief, and she has been bonded out of jail, posting $500.
100%.
There is a...
but real quick, I got to say, she does have a prior.
Yeah? Which
2023, she was arrested for slashing her children's father with a butcher knife.
Is that legit?
Yeah, I'm not making it up.
Yeah.
Now, they did drop the felony charge against her.
Sometimes you do, after we start reacting to a story, sometimes
you say,
add by the way, she performed a kidney transplant on her baby daddy. And we'll be like, really? And you're like, no, I'm kidding.
I'm screwed.
Yeah, that one is. She did take the old butcher knife.
That one sounded like one he made up, though, didn't it?
Because of the butcher knife.
Yeah, the butcher knife part.
Yeah.
A esports host in China has gone viral after responding to criticism over her short skirt outfit by turning up to a broadcast fully covered in black clothing and face paint. Now, the caster known as Zasha faced backlash from some viewers who took issue with her wearing a short skirt.
Who?
During a recent broadcast.
I mean, who complains about this?
Critics accused her of dressing in a way to attract attention from male viewers.
Well, that was the whole point.
While others speculated that the broadcaster had asked her to dress as such to increase viewership, Sasha responded by appearing alongside her male co-host dressed head to toe in a black outfit.
This is more offensive.
Covered her entire body.
Oh, no.
Now, according to a translated statement shared on Weibo, Zasha said her outfit choice is entirely her own and she had not been pressured by organizers, adding that her later all-black appearance was a, quote, extreme response meant as satire.
Yeah, extreme for sure. Yeah. I would have gone back to the first outfit and told them, just turn the channel, man, if you don't like it.
Yeah, kick rocks.
Yeah, there was no man that complained about it.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Turn the channel, man.
Tell your wives that you're not going to watch.
That was a record, by the way, 3 straight, bro.
Oh, you hit 3 cameras?
Yeah.
I missed one of them.
Straight.
Sorry, yeah.
Passing two straight multiple times it's one of those records multiple times. 3 straight is now the record.
Oh, that is right. I'll write it down.
Getting a turkey on the camera's tough.
Bowling term. That is Champy's world famous fried chicken bringing you this hour. Champy'sChicken.com. We appreciate them so much. Highway 119 in Alabaster is where you find the Champy's we talk about all the time. That's the one Sterling has owned for 11 years now in the same beautiful location, just off the interstate and off Highway 31 on Highway 119 in Alabaster. Go by and enjoy a great lunch, a great dinner, happy hour any day, and easy to go windows to take back home. Champy'sChicken.com, Champy'sChicken.com. We leave you today. My dad passed away 1 year ago today. 1 year ago today. He was sort of a lot of stuff in his life, but at the end, he was big into darts for the last 15, 20 years. His dart team, just to show you before you show, I sent you the picture, Tyler. Do you have it? I texted it to you earlier. See if you can pull it up. I texted you a picture during the show. It would have been just recently. The last thing I texted you. How quickly can you pull it up? If you can't do it quickly, don't worry about it. To show you how much of my dad I have in me, the shirt that they had made for their club of darts.
This is after he passed or the one he wore?
This was after he's passed. They're wearing them right now.
Oh, I got you.
Did y'all bury him with anything special like Alabama program, darts?
He had some Alabama gear in there. Yeah, I remember the funeral a year ago this weekend. You wore your favorite team gear
that's right.
to the funeral.
Yeah.
The dart shirt, and you guys have said this to me a million times, but they all called him JD. And so the shirts they're wearing this year in the Dart League say, "Damn it, JD," because he was famous for taking.
Kilpatrick's got a red mullet.
Yeah, that's red. That's old red there.
Oh, red?
Yeah.
I wonder how I got that.
Damn it, JD.
That's a good one.
So that's their memorial shirt they're wearing at Dart League for him now. Damn it, JD.
That's pretty funny.
A phrase he used that when he loved to take food to them. And he was great taking Stu's crock pot, and they'd start eating it.
What is this?
I hope
then he would tell them what kind of meat it was.
Yeah, raccoon.
They'd go, "Damn it, JD, I'm eating raccoon."
They need to bring home the title.
Yeah, damn it, JD. So, again, vacation next week for LT and I. Brown, Brooks, Forrester, Tyler, and a whole host of guests will help you out. Mick and Connor and some other special guests.
Luganville's in.
So a lot of fun shows next week. As we get ready and closer to football season. But that's our show today. Enjoy all of our content. Set your alerts. We're back with you on Monday at 9 a.m. Central Time. Until next time, God bless you and God bless America.